Yo, 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 yo. Hello, welcome. Welcome. Hello. Hello, welcome to the final part of LB6, part 3. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Coronation. Hello. Yo? Hello? Oh, what's up? I was like, hello? Hi, welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Oh, hello. Make it with thumbnail before. Oh, shoot. Are you making a thumbnail? I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be a spoilery one anyway for me until a certain point, as usual. But welcome, guys. Hello. Yo. Welcome, people. Welcome. So, what is up? It's time to go into part 3. Yep. And this one's fine. Nice, Zeno. I'm gonna set it probably after stream when you send it. Anyways. I didn't level any of my units up since the last time we saw each other, which was a few days ago at this point. I did do all of the interludes that were available. They were unlocked for a limited amount of time. What's up, Josh? So that is done. You know, Kama gets unlocked during her interlude. Like the Kama that you use as a force support during her interlude is the unlocked ascension, is a spoiler locked ascension. They unlock it for that one battle that you do with her, and then it's locked again. Because I was thinking maybe after you do her interlude she gets unlocked, but nope, she's locked. She's still locked for me. Maybe after you do this interlude she gets unlocked. Maybe. But you need... I can't even do it. I need to finish my Lostbelt. I need to finish this Lostbelt. Well, I have 8 days, so I can do it then, you know. I don't know. Anyways. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So. Hi, guys. So, we're gonna be going into part 3. Hello, people. Hello. Before we go into this, Zeno has been doing a bit of a... campaign in a way during this LB6 part 3 for everyone who's in the Discord. If you either like leave a comment on the stream after the stream ends, or if you write about it in the Discord, you can get like a special role that's gonna be kind of like an Easter egg for everyone who's been here during LB6 part 3 during the Coronation and stuff. So if you either send a message in the Discord or leave a comment and then you're in our Discord server, you can get a special role as a commemorative event that Zeno is kind of like proposing. That's what the entire announcement that we did earlier that was a bit special, an invitation was all about. So just a heads up, if anyone wants, like, it's gonna be during the entire run of LB6 part 3, but yeah, just a small thing to remember. LB6, bye. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We should be able to finish this in probably about 3 streams, I think. Part 3. It should be doable. We'll see. It's gonna depend on the bosses. Let's go. Interlude. Because I already have the list of arrows. I don't have the list of bosses, by the way. I don't have the list of bosses beforehand. I just have all of the arrows. And every single time that I'm gonna go into a new arrow, I'm gonna see whether that arrow is even a boss or not. So I don't know when a boss is coming, but... yeah. What's up, Robert? Okay, let's go. Recap time. Recap time from Gordy. Thank you. It's been a few days, Gordy, so it might come in handy. Today is the 45th day of our covert operation of off Britain's coast. I've called you all here for one reason and one reason alone. The time has come for us to decide whether to leave this Lostbelt or lost world, according to our technical advisor's reports, and return to standard space. Or to muster everything we've got and send additional forces, myself and Manure, to aid the field team's efforts. But unfortunately, we just received a new report from Typhon with excellent news. Captain, if you would.
Got it. Restoring power to the command room. Whoa, the lights are back on. Then does that mean?
That's right, my boy. Mission complete. Morgan is officially out of the picture. Delivery Matt, Da Vinci, and Kyrielite really came through. Yeah. What's more, the fairies were so impressed with our accomplishments that they agreed to give us one of Camelot's Rongominiads. Yeah, sure, man. Just give us one of them. Perfect.
Woohoo, I can't believe we're gonna get the real thing instead of just the spells.
Also, it's not a recap. It's picking right up.
Now the border's finally gonna have a main cannon. We can't wait to be the gunners. Alright, but only 4 of you. You can draw lots later to decide who will be.
Rongominiad, main cannon, hey. And as a director, it'll be my duty to pull the final trigger.
Okay, Gordov, let's not get ahead of ourselves. That said, I can't stop grinning either. I've always dreamed of having a huge cannon on the deck.
Yeah, it's a good point. At first I thought I'd like to build it into the bow, but on further consideration, that seems extremely unsafe. Much better to add it to the deck, since we can jettison it at a moment's notice. But never mind that now. According to the report, it'll take them 7 days to reach the shore from Camelot. We'll wait here until then. After they arrive, we can leave. There's why I had Captain turn the lights on in the command room. Now that we no longer have to conserve as much power as possible in case of emergency, we can get by with only moderate energy conservation. I know it's been a trying 45 days for all of you, so now's your chance to recuperate while we prepare to install our Rongominiad. Oh, Holmes doesn't seem very happy. Is something the matter, Administrative Advisor? Most people would consider this cause for celebration, you know? While we're at it, I feel I should let you know something you don't seem to be aware of. That face you're making right now. You may as well be shouting. It feels like this case has only just begun. Well, we have a certain fluffy teddy bear in a pit that's going to be making its entrance sooner rather than later. Thank you for the warning, Gordolf. Watson used to tell me much the same thing. However, I'm afraid you're not quite correct. This is no mere feeling. I assure you, this case has only just begun. Really? Even though we defeated the Lostbelt's king? We still have yet to answer so much as one truly essential question, Director. How did this Lostbelt come into being? Why was Camelot built? What purpose were the balls of pilgrimage originally meant to serve? What is the Fairy of Paradise mission? And what happened to the great calamities? Yep. The Red Calamity and Black Calamity that ended bitter during the first iteration of the Fae Era, before Morgan's involvement. For that matter, who was it that originally attempted Britain's destruction? If the unnatural lines of malice I've cleansed in Da Vinci's reports are any indication. Oh yes, I feel like this part 3 is gonna be even more full of lore. And reveals and shit, that's gonna be cool. The true culprit, no, the truth itself, still lies elsewhere. Rest assured, I'm all in favor of restoring the power and recuperating, but not for the purpose of returning home. No. Now we must remain all the more vigilant and prepare for the worst case scenario. From here on, this will be a battle to save the world, and Chaldea's aid will be essential. Let's go. It's all happy vibes. Yay. Everyone's having fun. Fun. What could go wrong? It feels like we got back to Salisbury in no time.
I know, but between the talks we had in Camelot about our next steps and the wagon right here, it's already been 3 days.
3 days? So what, it's day 48?
So far, everything's been going smoothly. Wherever we've gone, fairies can come out to cheer for us. Barghest is staying behind in Camelot to handle things with the upper-class fairies as known as proxy. Percival's staying behind as well, so he can secure the second lance affixed to the castle's entrance for us.
Oh.
That'll take one more day to remove, then another 3 days to bring it back to the stone border stationed on the coast. Although, I'm a little worried about him. He said he's doing fine, but... yeah, he seemed to be kind of dragging. Even when we insisted he get some rest, he said it was more important that he pays us back for what we've done. I mean, it's true we don't have a lot of time to spare, so can't deny it'll help us out, but still. Oh, I know. After he brings us the second lance, we should give him a turn in one of the border's recovery pods.
Sure.
If a full course of cutting-edge medical technology doesn't perk him up, nothing will.
Yeah, I have a feeling nothing will, actually, Da Vinci. I have a sneaking suspicion.
Besides, he'd probably use it anyway, since it sounds like he's been working non-stop since he started the Roundtable Army.
Star. Hey, that's not a bad idea. I think you could give Habitchard a spin in one of those recovery pod things too. She insists that she's just sleepy, but I can tell she's been getting more depressed by the day since Morgan was defeated. All she does is sleep and write in her diary, day in and day out. Hell, even now she won't budge from her bed upstairs. I can only guess she's beyond exhausted. Artoria, I gotta ask, are you sure about this? I get following Morgan's example by having the coronation at Salsbury's cathedral. Here we go. And then again. You said you were gonna let Murian take the throne and go back to Tintagel. Oh. And now it's over a done deal that she's gonna be the next queen. Oh? How could you just give up your claim to the throne after everything I did to help you get there? Sure, it's good that the clans came to an agreement so quick since the Child of Prophecy suggested it. But still. That's not gonna happen. What's up, Ignacio?
I know, but this is what's best for Britain's future. The only reason I'm still here is because Oberon gave his life to save mine. If it wasn't for him, my journey would have ended there. In the end, I never came close to reaching Morgan's level. Maybe it'd feel different if I'd been the one to defeat her. Maybe it'd feel different if I'd been the one to defeat her.
Discord is in the description. Yeah, join the Discord. Join the Discord, guys. Especially now during LB6, you're gonna get a special role if you do. And we're also working on a special emote for it, for those with the role. It's still in the works though. Also, the role is also in the works so far, but it's gonna happen at some point in probably today.
But it was the rebel army that did that. Percival led the Roundtable Army, and it was Nonaria who assembled the army of Northern Fairies. Me? I just went straight for the glory, and we saw how that went. But honestly, I don't know the first thing about politics. So letting Nonaria be the next queen and retiring to an easy life in my hometown seems like a no-brainer. I can almost hear everyone's cheers of "Great job, Child of Prophecy" right now.
Oh god. Oh gosh, you're in a good mood, aren't you, Child of Prophecy? And why wouldn't you be? You really did it. All thanks to Da Vinci. Here you go, 6 deluxe apple waters. Dynite, welcome, Dynasty.
Thanks, Mike. You know, I just realized there aren't any other customers here. There's a reason for that.
Oh, that? I reserved the whole place for you guys after Regrouping told me you were coming. If the other fairies found out the Child of Prophecy was coming here, the place would be packed to the rafters. Especially since there are fairies here from all across Britain to see the next queen's coronation. And I've got a feeling you don't much care for crowds, right, Artoria? So I thought you'd feel more comfortable if it was just you guys here.
Well, you're not wrong. Thanks, Mike. Okay, everyone, let's toast to our victory. All together now.
Cheers, kampai!
Ah, that victory toast might be the best thing ever. Congratulations on a job well done, everyone.
Mike is a good guy. Yeah, he's chill.
Thanks, Artoria. However it went down, now that Morgan's gone, we don't have to worry about proper human history being invaded. And this Britain should remain safe and stable, at least until the beach earth phenomenon situation is resolved. I don't know what will happen after that. Maybe it'll stack on top of proper human history, or maybe it'll be expelled from the planet. But if nothing else, we can be sure the fairies won't disappear. We're also thinking about using the stone boat to help some of them migrate. This does mean we'll be going our separate ways, but I know things will be fine with you and Lostbelt here.
Yeah.
And once Chaldea's handled its own problem, our lieges will come back to pay their respects.
Huh? You mean you're leaving Da Vinci?
Yeah, after the coronation. Besides, I've got a ton of work waiting for me back at the border. But I've nothing planned for today. If there's anything you want to ask me about, now's your chance. Oh, I know. I'll make a roadmap for the next few years of your pub's growth.
Wow.
All you have to do is follow it, and this place will become the best hotel in this side of Camelot. You got the genius guarantee of that. On that.
What's up, Luna? Oh, wow, really? That sounds amazing. I guess I'm gonna have lots of new goals then. I can't wait. I can't wait. So, Mesh, what did you and Barghest talk about earlier?
Oh, right. We had a short chat just before we left Camelot.
What's up? I've been entrusted with handling the aftermath here in Camelot. Oh. Percival and Artoria's subordinates will be the ones making the decisions. But I should be more persuasive with the ambassadors and officials who have yet to get on board with the new administration. As to Spriggan and Aurora, they've both agreed to support the Child of Prophecy's choice for the new queen. I'm concerned that we still haven't heard from Murian, but I doubt that'll be a major issue. Yeah, what could Murian do?
Understood. This may sound strange coming from me, but I'm glad you're here helping us.
There's no need to thank me. This is all I can do to be useful. Though I must ask, why do you look at me like that? I'm a criminal and a traitor to the crown. I don't deserve to call myself a knight.
That's not true, Barghest. You're an exemplary knight. Your loyalty to Morgan never wavered, even for a moment. But you stood up to fight her in the name of protecting Britain. That must have been a very difficult choice. You're not the first knight I've known who made a choice like that. Which is why I'm so glad to see the rebel army welcome you with open arms. You wield your sword for others' sake, not your own. You truly believe it's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. So please, Lady Barghest, please don't be so hard on yourself. You were just as noble a knight as Bogart said you were.
I see. So you were there with Bogart when he died. Tell me, what did you think of him? Was he a good lord?
He was a wonderful lord. He did everything he could to help Sheffield and Norwich up to his dying breath. I may be a member of Chaldea, but here in the land of the Fae, I'd like to think of myself as a knight of Sheffield as well. That's how much the people I met there meant to me.
I see. I'd expect no less than the old hardhead. He's always been surprisingly considerate. He was also a huge womanizer. That's one thing Woodwall's never had over him.
Really? I had no idea Bogart was so popular.
Yeah. Oh yes, his plain-spoken nature had a way of cutting straight to fairies' hearts, even if he didn't mean to. How else would we have been married 61 times? Damn! What the fuck? Okay. 61 times.
Good point. Good point. In retrospect, that does explain a number of things.
The same is true for you, Galahad. Right. You said your name was Mash, didn't you? I'll be undergoing a court Marshal once Camelot's affairs are in order. But after hearing your words, even a century in prison will pass easily. Thank you, young knight of proper human history, honorable knight of the true round table. Were it possible, I would have loved to meet other knights at the round table.
Really? Like who?
Good question. Maybe Sir Gawain. No, never mind. I know my emotions would get the better of me. I want to see her lines for Gawain. Surely she has some special lines for him. But I'd also love to meet Sir Palamedes, Sir Tristan, and Sir Kay, who was said to be the tallest of the knights. Ooh.
Well, as a matter of fact, you've already met one of them. Senpai told me all about it. I remember that night who held you back at the ranch. That was Sir Tristan.
What? Really? Tristan, the child of sadness. That Tristan?
That's right. Though I suppose he may not have made a strong impression.
Oh no, he did. I would never forget the sheer mastery of the bow he demonstrated. It's just that... what have I done? How could I ever hope to make amends?
You beat him in a fair and honorable duel, right? I'm sure there won't be any hard feelings on Tristan's part. Although, I am curious, why are you so attached to the Knights of the Round Table? Seems like there's more to it than just the name Morgan gifted you with.
Alright, you're a fellow woman and a knight, so I suppose I don't mind sharing with you. Well, it goes without saying that they are all very attractive. You can go through all the lines after completing LB6. Nice. I especially look up to them because of their stories. Despite all the personal problems they faced, in the end, they always chose to stick together and protect their kingdom. They were the very model of for a strong and honorable knight fighting in defense of the weak. I don't know what I would have done without their example to guide me. They made me want the same thing for Fairy Britain. Even though, ultimately, it was you and your companions who accomplished what I could not. I'd like you to give the foreign mage a message for me. Please, tell him thank you for supporting our world. No, for supporting the Child of Prophecy. As nights go, I may be a disgrace, but I'll never forget the debt I owe him. If ever he should have a need of my horn, all he needs to do is say the word. Well. We'll have to make sure never to let her down then. Yep.
Yes, it's unfortunate that we first met her as an enemy.
She's so cool.
I hope from now on, we can help each other instead.
Don't worry, Barghest may be readying herself for jail, but there's no way Noria is gonna let her see the inside of a cell. There ain't anyone else around who knows the fairies of Camelot as well as she does. If Noria is gonna rule effectively, she's gonna need a right hand she can trust.
You're heading out, Grimmer.
Just a little errand I need to take care of. I'm gonna see how Noria's doing. The other fairies have never been to Salisbury or the Great Cathedral before, right? So I figured they could use all the help they can get, seeing how the coronation's tomorrow.
No, right. I forgot you have all the first Grimmer's knowledge.
It's tomorrow? Okay.
Well, thanks for helping that jerk out. This will be her greatest opportunity to shine yet.
Oh, Murian. Oh. Are you good, Murian? You don't look too good.
There's no more here. Or here. That's strange. I couldn't have already cut them all, right?
Oh, she's still exacting revenge?
Hello? Is anyone still here? Still there? Is anyone still alive? I'll
Put you out? Get you out.
get you out if you are, okay? Just say something, please. Lady Murian. I don't think there's anyone left in that box. Perhaps it's time you moved on. Who's there? Oh, Koenskaya.
Oh, why this obviously?
It's you. When did you get here? Did you just get back? Just give me a minute to wash my hands, okay? They feel so gross for some reason. Weird, don't you think?
I love whenever Koenskaya's eyes go all serious like this. Oh.
Take that, and that, and that! You can't hide from me. Not in the woods. Not anywhere. Die, die, die! I wanna see you running in panic, wailing for someone to save you before I grind you to paste.
Well,
Are you freaking kidding me? How's this supposed to be fun?
well,
It's gross. It's disgusting. How the hell can you fairies enjoy this? And some of you disgusting insects, you started this, right?
she spent her whole life planning a genocide, not knowing it's not gonna be fun. Crazy.
Why did you do this? Why are you begging for help now? If you know how awful it feels, then why didn't you spare the Wing Clan when we begged you to?
Yep.
Who's there? Pardon my intrusion, Lady Murian. Did I startle you? Oh, Koenskaya, when did you get here? I haven't seen you around lately. Have you been in town long? Oh, but never mind that. Listen, I've come up with the very best idea for revenge. I'm going to use my game board to make an inescapable bug trap.
Oh, they're just respawning until they stop respawning? Yeah.
It'll take me hundreds of years to create an open world big enough to finish off the whole Fae clan.
Hundreds of years.
But that's okay, I can wait. I'm the Butterbur Princess, the most patient of all the Wing Clan fairies. I saw her completed, no matter how difficult it may be. After all, just imagine how good it'll feel to take my revenge when it finally happens.
Yeah, she's spawn camping.
It's going to be the greatest moment of my life, and I'm going to devote everything I have to making it happen. It's going to be great. What could go wrong? Oh, Lady Murian. Her poor mind. I just can't accept it all. It just can't accept it all reality. So, how are things in Camelot? How were things in Camelot? Is Queen Morgan really gone? Yes, she is. Morgan was put to death, and the rebel army now controls the city. There's to be a coronation to mark the reign of the new queen tomorrow. Once that happens, it's only a matter of time until the new law of the land reaches Gloucester as well. And if the truth about what happened to the Fae clan ever comes to light, I'm afraid it could put you in a precarious position, Lady Murian. Huh? Something happened to the Fae clan? Oh well, never mind that. Right now, we need to focus on Camelot.
Did she just like partition her mind and like delete it?
I never thought Artoria would relinquish her claim to the throne so easily. I was hoping she and Artoria would end up taking each other down, but oh well. Still, it's a good thing there's going to be a new queen soon. There's no time to waste before the great calamity shows up after all.
Oh, baby.
Artoria is a direct descendant of Melv, so she should understand how important the throne is. So I'll contact her soon and arrange an alliance between Camelot and Gloucester. Once the threat of the great calamity has passed, then I'll find a way to overthrow her.
Sure you will.
Right now, our priority is ensuring Britain's survival. I can't wait to invite our mutual enemy, from human history, Chaldea, to my garden until then. Oh my. You're going to go to war with Chaldea, Lady Murian? And here I thought you didn't have any interest in them. I didn't at first. But it's obvious now that proper human history is a threat to this land. And there are your enemies as well, right? So that makes them mine too. But first, Noria.
I have a feeling you're not gonna be that successful with this, Murian. You're talking a big game, but
I need to start by writing her a letter, asking her to kick the Round Table Army out of Camelot as soon as she's officially the new queen. There's no way I'm letting Chaldea have a sacred lance. They all belong to Fairy Britain.
Okay.
Anyway, once I'm now done writing it, would you deliver the letter for me? I used to have Oberon handle this sort of thing, but I haven't been able to reach him lately.
Ah, yeah, he's offline for a bit.
Very well then, I'll be glad to attend the coronation on your behalf. But if I may, Lady Murian, what are you going to do afterwards? You really need to get out of this room before it starts to affect your health. I have a lot of reading left to do. There's so much Morgan suppressed during her reign. How did she stop the Great Calamity before? And for that matter, what is the Great Calamity? I just know the answer to those and other questions must be in the documents I took from Camelot. And the information is written down somewhere. I'm positive I can decipher it. I'm going to find out the truth as soon as I'm the Butterbird Princess.
He's offline for a bit. Yeah, don't worry about it. You can't message him right now. Okay. Okay, that was the intro. The interlude. Yeah. By the way, I see you mods. I see you typing in Discord and stuff. Wait with the emote until I add the bot that we talked about earlier. I need to add the bot first after the stream, and then we can add the emote, you know? Anyways. Oh, more interludes. Never mind. We're not done with the interlude. Yep. There you have it. She said to give you her regards, and that she's looking forward to your coronation, you jerk.
Is that so? Well, forgive me for not jumping for joy at being congratulated by a gutless coward who turned and ran away at the last second.
You're still mad about that? It's not like Artoria ran from her competition with you. If anything, it's the opposite. She stepped back of her own accord so you wouldn't get caught up in her mission as the Fairy of Paradise.
I know that. Why do you think I'm so pissed off? After all that, she's just going to disappear and let me have all the glory. She thinks she can save the bloody world when no one's looking and quit while she's ahead. Not on my watch, she won't. That's no different from the kind of crap Morgan pulled. Just you wait. As soon as I'm on the throne, I'm going to begin a Child of Prophecy hunt that'll put Morgan to shame. I'm going to find her wherever she goes, even if I have to invade this paradise place she's from.
Now who's acting like Morgan? Alright, but be warned that ain't an easy path you'd be taking. Interfering with Paradise duty means fighting proper human history. It'd be a pity to bring a whole new kind of war to Britain right after finally bringing peace to it.
Fine with me, more than fine, even. I never had any intention of playing nice with proper human history.
Well,
I'm not as extreme as Morgan, but it's still basically a foreign land, right?
well,
Knowing there's more land out there waiting to be conquered is the best news I've heard in my life.
well.
My purpose is to rule. The more there is to rule, the happier I am.
Welcome, Dante.
I can feel my magical energy surging just thinking about it.
Looks like the idea of fighting proper human history really does entice you. If you're so certain, I won't try to stop you. Either way, it's going to take time to get Fairy Britain back on its feet, and Chaldea will probably finish their mission by then. Okay, Zeno. Zeno sent the thumbnail. I'm gonna show you after it. That's crazy. You really okay with the liver mat leaving?
Oh, sure. It'll be sad to part ways for a while, but if anything, I think this is destiny. Once I'm ready to conquer proper human history, I'll be a way better queen than Morgan ever was. So when she sees what an amazing fairy I am, he sees what an amazing fairy I am, You won't be able to resist going out with me.
Oh, yeah, surely. Looks like you're dead set on getting everything you want. Not that I expected otherwise from you. Plus, you're already obsessed with Camelot's throne. Don't damage it no matter what, eh? Oh, what did she say? Fate? Should. Should. I missed a fate. Oh. When you get right down to it, a throne's just a fancy chair. But you were dead set on that particular one. Same with Morgan. She refused to leave it, no matter what. Why's that? You know something about it. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I can tell you. Ooh! Morgan's throne is the cornerstone of all of Britain. It's what keeps the fairy cycle alive.
Oh.
It's the gear that keeps the life of every fairy who died at the end of Fae Era in motion.
So that's the thing that allows them to basically keep the generations going? Reincarnate?
It's false roundtable... Wait, it's false roundtable Ash created after she completed her pilgrimage and chose to defy her duty.
Oh.
It's the throne of a master. Whoever bonds with that throne becomes the master of Britain's fairies. Morgan used it in a desperate attempt to summon the fairies of Fairy Britain and keep them alive.
Oh.
My predecessor, Queen Maeve, learned about this in Era the High Queen 400 during her last one-on-one battle with Morgan. The only fairies who weren't wiped out during the Fae Era's Great Calamity were Maeve, the clan leaders, and a handful of upper-class fairies.
And the other was summoned? By Morgan?
Maeve had no reason to submit to Morgan's rule because she wasn't one of the fairies Morgan brought back to life.
What's up, Lilipan?
But she also couldn't keep fighting her once she found out how far Morgan had gone to keep Britain alive. So Maeve and Morgan made a secret arrangement. They agreed that if Morgan should ever decline and fall, the King clan would be the one to succeed her.
Gotcha. In other words, do what you want and I'll clean up the mess.
That's right, they were friends. In their own way. After that, Maeve retired to Edinburgh.
She revived them as servants? Crazy.
Her part of the deal was to produce a new queen who could take over for Morgan by the time she declined. That's a duty I inherited from my predecessor. I'm her daughter, her next generation born for the sole purpose of becoming queen. Whatever else I do with my life will have to wait until I've taken care of that. I just wish it hadn't come about in such a half-assed fashion. But fine, whatever. As soon as the coronation's over, I'm going to rush over to the throne and take over for Morgan.
Rush right to the throne.
Well, not that there was any other option. Now that Morgan's gone, I'm the only one with a spirit origin capable of performing contracts with every fairy in Britain. Artoria simply doesn't quite have what it takes. That's just how it is.
For sure. It's all like Heinz has prophesied. The child of prophecy will pave the way, and then the true king will appear. So the child of prophecy and the true king were always two separate fairies. That prophecy is about both of you. If you already know that much, I don't have anything else to tell you. Later, Noria. We'll have to fight each other someday, since you're from this Lostbelt and I'm from proper human history. But we can forget about that, at least for the next few days. Tomorrow's your big day. As Grim the Sage, I'll be there to bless you as best as I can. The one true king. Oh. Oh! The apocalypse turned everything to ocean. In the beginning, there was only ocean. A shooting star streaked by, civilizations faded, the earth was returned to resources, and everything became ocean. Some mishap on this planet caused everything to vanish. This is the owl's dying voice, the sound of suffering from one yet to be put out of its misery. Don't stop there! Salsbury, Salsbury, we're off to grand old Salisbury. It's the start of a new era, a new queen shall reign. Will it be the child of prophecy, the child of the queen? We don't know, but as long as she does a good job as queen, it's all the same to us. Come on, let's start into the coronation. Goodbye, merciless Morgan. Hold up, everyone. Look, over there. There's some horse on that hill looking at us. Just one? That's no big deal. All we have to do is keep our distance. Britain's about to be reborn. I wonder what the new queen will do with it. This might be a problem. What? Soon the time will be upon us. The number of Moors has exceeded the number of fairies. What? Having had a sacrifice which pleases him, the god has begun to stir. Oh. Uh-oh. The way I see it, the whole point of reality is that there are no takebacks. We do things knowing they'll make matters worse. By the time we realize what we've done, it's too late. Then we seal away any who try to reveal our actions for the misdeeds they were. Whose fault is it? No one's, of course. And that's why it's not possible to make things better. You've heard of going out with a bang. I think that's a wonderful idea. If you're going to go out anyway, you might as well make the biggest bang you can. Would you say it should be a big bang? Is that your theory? Yeah, very cat-looking. That face is. The end. Coronation. Let's go. To the actual section, yep. 40-minute interlude, all good.
Good morning, everyone. It's Coronation Day. Now, come on, wake up. We need to get to the cathedral before it gets too crowded.
I don't think we need to worry about that. We've already got special seats put aside for us. Plus, the coronation should only take an hour. Have you all thought about what you'll do afterwards?
Senpai Da Vinci and I are going to wait for Percival. That way, we can help him transport the sacred lens. I'm going to go back to the Welsh woods to tell them my journey was a success. After that, I think I'd like to help the recovery effort in Londinium until things settle down there.
A good idea. Once I see things are in order there, that's when I'll know my job's done. The bit about making sure Morgan's defeated is done at this point. So once the journey's come to a complete end, I'll be able to put Britain behind me with a clean conscience.
Huh? You mean you have a home of your own, Muramasa?
Of course I do. I ain't a vagrant, you know. I'm actually something of a royal assistant, believe it or not. Plus, I still got a weird colleague waiting for me to get back. I can't up and quit for no good reason.
Too bad. I'd love to recruit you to our side, but I know you're not the kind to break your existing commitments.
Yeah.
So realistically, just agreeing to a truce while we're all still in Britain is more than enough. By the way, what about Habitat? Is she still holed up in her room?
Yep. Said she's too tired to do anything but sleep, and to go enjoy the coronation without her.
Maybe we should go check on her again, just to make sure.
Probably.
I'll...
I'll do it. You guys go on ahead. Okay. Ash, Morgan.
You have chosen to be a dream. You have chosen a path that will prevent you from existing in my Britain. The only time you will have is the period between when she first arrives and when she's sent back in time with my water mirror.
Oh.
Remember this, Totoro. Your dream will end when the morning lark sings.
Oh. How are you feeling, Happy Cat?
Huh? You went to the trouble of checking on me. Wow, you're a really good person, aren't you, Delivery Mat? But don't worry about me. Go on, get going. Everyone's gonna be waiting for you outside. I'm just tired, okay? I'll be fine once I've properly woken up.
Are you really okay with this?
Okay with what? You got some reason to be worried about me. What, you think I got a secret? You think I'm actually one of the most important fairies in the Fae world or something?
I actually don't know anything about your past. Morning Lark was a bird for a long time. That's what I assumed.
Right? Good. If even a single person knew how I was, it put me in a real pickle. So it's fine not to remember me. I just have 1 or 2 things left to do after all. But thanks for asking, yeah? It's still too soon to say goodbye, but I appreciate you checking in. Make sure you and Mesh look out for each other, Delivery Mat. You turned out to be a pretty great groom in your own right.
Yeah. I can't believe Da Vinci is going home. Although, where is her home anyway? What's the outside world? What's there outside Britain? Is her condition gonna improve if she goes there? If it does, then that's a good thing, right? Ah. This is the worst. What am I gonna do? Why does she have to leave just when every day was starting to get fun? You can't do this to me. You can't take Da Vinci away from me now. Without her here, I'll just go back to being my boring old self. What can I do? What can I do to make Da Vinci stay? Hmm.
We're here. Gosh, I've never seen so many upper class fairies all in one place before.
Say Da Vinci. Da Vinci.
Look, I'm up on the 2nd floor. There's Aurora and Spriggan in the VIP seats, and a whole bunch of other famous fairies too. But hey, we're kind of big deals too. I might have relinquished my claim to the throne, but I was still one of the key players in the assault of Camelot, on Camelot. Our seats must be at the very front of the... Huh? They're all full? Oh, let me see. It looks like our seats are on the 1st floor, all the way in the back. They're like the seats you gave to a friend of a friend, if there's any left over, right?
Damn. Kinda just wanna let her vibrate for a bit. Okay, enough. Oh. She gave us those seats so we wouldn't draw too much attention? Sure. What's up, Tim? Oh, good. You're all sitting here, too. Aren't you supposed to be in Camelot? Yes, well, that was my original intention, but Lady Barghest insisted otherwise.
Let me guess. She said it would be ridiculous for the commander of the Round Table Army not to attend, and that you would easily handle things while you were away.
Got it in one, verbatim even. She also did say to give you her regards though. That's like he has an Ushigosen. Leave my Ushigosen alone, guys. Stop making fun of her. She's sensitive.
She really is a thoughtful guardian knight, isn't she? I'm fully in favor of you being here too. Oh, how's removing the sacred lands coming along? If you need help with it, I can always come back with you to Camelot once this is over.
No need to worry, it's coming along great. It should be done by noon today, and the lands should arrive in Salisbury by tomorrow night.
Awesome. I don't know if a sacred lance made by Morgan is something we can actually see for ourselves. Actually use ourselves. But even if we can't, it'll be an invaluable divine construct just as a reference. Thanks again, Percival. Quiet, everyone. No Arias here.
Yo! Here we go. Queen shit. Whoa, she looks beautiful.
I know. I can hardly turn my eyes away from her. Don't you think she looks beautiful, Artoria? Yeah, I do. Damn it, Nonaria. I hate to admit it, but you're the best.
Good day, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Temporary though my position may be, it is my honor to lead this coronation ceremony on behalf of the 6 clans. Well, Lady Nonaria of the King clan, a new ruler who will surely lead Britain to a more prosperous future. Please make your way to the cathedral altar and the coronation pedestal.
It's begun. It's a very solemn affair, isn't it? That crown has been blessed by all 6 clans, and once Nonaria puts it on, that'll mean she's officially become queen. Yep, pretty simple as far as ceremonies go. And since the clans have already come to a consensus, there shouldn't be anyone opposed to...
Uh-oh. Here, everyone. These goblets are for you. The moment the blessing is complete, you're to drink this wine to celebrate. Sanunas, please leave us be for a bit. Don't disturb this. Whoa, wine!
Are you going to drink that, senpai?
Yes? Oh, I can't just pretend.
Understood. Then I'll follow your lead. I will too. Then. I'm not really much for wine anyway. Really? I guess I'll toe the party line then.
I, don't care much for wine either, so... Alright, I can see where this is going. Lads. Now, let us offer our blessing to celebrate the beginning of a new queen's reign. Nonaria, our new queen, please attest to your impartiality, your diligence, your commitment to coexistence, and your integrity. How old is Fujimaru again? He should be like 32. At this point.
Very well. As a fairy of Britain, I strive to be impartial in all matters. As the head of the Northern Fairies, I'll continue to be diligent. As a fairy entrusted to rule by the Child of Prophecy, I believe firmly in coexistence. And as the daughter of the great Queen Maeve, I promise my entire life will be one of...
Objection! This is not a wedding! You can't object! You can't trust a single word she says. Nonaria is evil. The Northern Fairies have no place in Britain.
Who said that? Show yourselves! Huh? But you're my subjects.
Oh, those are the guys that we saw back in her place, at Edinburgh. Man. This is a guy? Jesus, that sprite is crazy. I guess working on those chesticles a lot. We attest that Noria has no right to rule. And we're prepared to tell you all about the atrocities she has committed. Her regime in the north was a nightmare. Every fairy she shares her blood with becomes her slave and loses the ability to refuse her. She controls every aspect of our lives, makes army service mandatory, and even takes away our original fairy professions. And that's not all. My brother and I were both infected with Moore's disease. We only went to Edinburgh and became Noria subjects because we'd heard it could be treated there. But the truth was horrifying. Her treatment was a transferring of her Morse curses to fairies she deemed worthless, condemning them to death. Some ethnical cleansing never hurt anyone. Hello? So what if she killed the weak guys? I was lucky enough to survive. But my poor brother was given Morse curses from several other fairies, turning into not just a hideous monster, but one of Noria's giant soldier slaves.
What's wrong with that? Every one of those fairies knew exactly what they were signing up for. They volunteered of their own free will to sacrifice their bodies when they were already on the verge of death so they could save their fellow fairies and help defeat Morgan. It also gave each and every one of them rewards to suit their sacrifice. They weren't being exploited in any way, shape or form.
Then what about what's underneath the Queen City? How do you explain that horrible system?
You.
Hear me, everyone. Let me tell you about Queen Maeve and Nonaria's secret betrayal of Britain. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You probably all think Queen Maeve is dead, but the truth is, she's still alive. Do you know why Edinburgh is known as the Queen City? It's because Maeve transferred her own corpse into that city, where it continues to function today. Some Yarandu shit, okay. And for what purpose, you may ask? It disgusts me to say, but I'll power through. Maeve planned to consume the bodies of other dead fairies to expand her city and create a stronger version of herself. And the result is Nonaria, the corpse golem. I just understand now why the landmass in the north never actually grew. It all went into the body. It's been 1500 years since Edinburgh was first made. In all that time, instead of fairy bodies growing Britain's landmass, they all went into the creation of the woman you see before you now. What else could you call that but a betrayal of our land? How dare they call themselves the King Clan? The truth is, Maeve and Noaria see us British fairies as no more than food for their own consumption. Look, a woman's gotta eat, okay?
Betrayal, you have no idea what Maeve put herself through for your sakes. This land can't exist without a fairy strong enough to sustain every other fairy. That's the only reason Maeve became a city of all things. Fine, if you want to know the truth so badly, I'll tell you. I'll tell you the reason British fairies are still alive today after being wiped out once before. I'll tell you the truth behind Britain we inherited from Queen Mor...
What? Lady Noria, that's impossible. Why is she coughing up blood? Uh-oh. Damn it, somebody stop those insolent bastards already. What do the guards do? What the fuck? There, you see? Now that her sins have been exposed, they couldn't bear the weight of their shame. Now's your chance, guards. Bring Noria to justice. Don't let the false queen get away with this. We can't let the non-fairy queen of all people take the throne, especially when there's someone else much better suited for it. Oh. What's happening? This is turning into a bloodbath here. Artoria!
What the hell do you all think you're doing?
Oh, oh god. Well, I guess I can check the list and see. Era 1, obviously no battle. Era 2, no wheel, not a boss fight. Great. You know what that means? Let's prove them wrong. I have to use... I don't. Let's prove them wrong together. Another coronation. Ooh. Come on, Ushi goes and prove that you can clear fodder. Yarandu. I don't know about that one. $167. Samurai Remnant, yes. I have it bought on my Steam library, so wow. Wow! That's crazy. I am gonna be playing Samurai Remnant at some point in the future as well. We're gonna be going through basically all of them. That is kind of crazy. What do you mean? Look, she has magical gold of sapphire, okay? She has no damage CE. That's the excuse. And it's even level like 15, okay? It doesn't give her 2000 attack or whatever. If I had a supper on her, sure, she might have done an extra like 10k.
I realized what was happening as soon as I'd finished drinking the wine in my goblet.
Oh.
The wine they were passing out had been poisoned.
Oh. So easy. So Uther-coded.
At least the wine given to me, the Northern Fairies, and Artoria's group. I'll be fine. I should have kicked the bucket a long time ago if my body couldn't... I would have kicked the bucket a long time ago if my body couldn't handle a little poison. But I doubt Artoria and Deliverment can say the same. I took a casual look at the back row and saw the same... that none of them had touched their goblets.
Man, I would have been done for then.
I don't know why that is. Probably just a coincidence. But at least I know they were safe. I can't imagine Artoria would have caught on, so it must have been Deliverment's idea not to drink any. The Northern Fairies here are all my long-serving subjects, so the connection to me is strong. They should be able to handle the poison as well as I can, so pretend nothing is wrong and let the coronation proceed. There's no way I'm letting anyone spoil things now. There's no telling when the great calamity could begin. Britain needs a new king as soon as possible. There's no question who tried to poison us. But I guess things just aren't going to go that way. Sucks to be the...
You can't trust a single thing she says. Noria is evil. The Northern Fairies have no place in Britain.
But the second I saw which fairies were raising objections, I knew I was in trouble. The fact that members of my own clan were denouncing me meant that the enemy had prepared much better than I thought. I felt fine at first, but then I started to grow numb. I could feel my fingers losing their strength, and my throat and organs burning as if on fire. These aren't the only self-proclaimed King Clan fairies denouncing me. Similar denunciations must be taking place all across Britain. My subjects' loyalty to me is both my greatest weapon and my biggest weakness.
Iskandar? I mean, Iskandar, partially because of alcohol. He died because of alcohol, but also malaria.
If I lose their loyalty, I lose the power I shared with them too.
Oh, true, she did talk about this.
In an instant, I lost over half of my power. I could tell as soon as it happened. The poison, which I'd been able to shrug off earlier, starts to kick in, causing my oldest subjects to collapse. Normally, the guard spears would only tickle me. Now they pierce my stomach and punch out through my back.
Oh, shit. Malaria.
Oh man, I guess I was more immature than I realized. I must have been so excited about finally getting to wear this dress that I didn't notice until it was too late.
The Child of Prophecy attacked the Cathedral Guards. I knew it. I knew the Child of Prophecy and Nonaria were in cahoots all along. This is the true face of the Fairy of Paradise and the descendants of the Northern Fairies. What a blood-curdling team they make. This is why we can't trust anyone but British fairies. Quickly, someone's got to rid us of those outsiders once and for... What was that? Fire? Oh. Shut up and get out of here, or the next one roasts you alive.
Nonaria! Nonaria!
Oh, damn.
No, no, come on, Nonaria, don't give up on me. What's going on? Why didn't she stop bleeding? Why aren't her wounds closing? What's wrong with you, Nonaria? These should just be little scratches for you. She's not generating nearly as much magical energy anymore. It's almost like her spirit origin is shrinking. No, wait. Is she reverting to a child? Come on, Nonaria, wake up already. You're going to be queen, right? That's what you've been working towards all this time, right? You're supposed to be looking down your nose at me and laughing like you always do. Come on, you big jerk. Huh? Uh-oh. Was I sleeping? Nonaria, you're awake. Oh, thank goodness. Hang on, I'll cheat you right away. Oh, no, that's okay. I'm okay. I'm used to this kind of thing. That's weird. I know your face. I always remembered it when things were hard. You're my rival. Yeah. But I'm sorry. It's strange. I know you. But I don't know your name. I'm not sure what's going on. What is this place? Oh, right. Nonaria. I have a very, very important... Huh? What was my duty again? That's weird. I keep forgetting things. Oh, right. It's because I gave it to so many other fairies. I guess I didn't have any intelligence of my own left over. What are you saying, Artoria? You gave it all away. Everything. You gave away your magical energy, your miracles, even your intelligence.
She gave everything to the people.
You used it all up to get here. All for those ungrateful fairies, for this awful Britain. I'm sorry. Please don't cry, stranger. I still know who you are. You were always my guide. As long as I follow your light, I know I can always find my way back home. Don't give me that. Come on, cut it out. Besides, we haven't had a rematch yet, right? You still need to fight me. And once you're queen, you're going to have a great romance, right? You haven't even taken the first step yet. So come on, Nonaria. You can't give up now. That's not true. I beat you there too, stranger. I already had a taste of love. It was really lovely. And once the ceremony is done, I'm going to make him mine. It'll be way harder than becoming queen. Wait, hold on, Artoria. Don't disappear on me. I told you, you can't give up now. I never would have made it this far if I hadn't met you. If I lose you too, I don't... Liar, you'd never give up that easily. You're too stubborn. Even if you're all alone, I'm sure you'll find your star.
Damn.
She's dead.
Damn, that was rough. Moment of silence. That was rough. That was rough. I took care of the guards who pulled their swords on us. The other spectators all fled. Did Spriggan do this? Nah, he ran off in a panic as soon as things started going south. I don't like it. It ain't just arguing I hear out there. Those fairies are killing each other. And here I thought fairies didn't fight if they weren't part of an army. I think the fairies in Salisbury are trying to get rid of the northern fairies. I don't know how much of an effect those Kingland fairies' testimony had. But now, I'm afraid Lady Noria isn't here to stop them anymore. Now, the southern fairies feels justified in attacking Edinburgh. And the northern fairies, who still consider themselves Kingland, will fight to avenge Lady Noria's death. The way things are going now, Britain will be consumed in civil war again. What a terrible waste.
Yes, this is supposed to be the start of a new era, with a benevolent new king leading the way. Instead, just like what happened with the coronation at...
Yep.
Londinium.
Yep. Sorry, but we'll have to pick the discussion up later. With clear heads. Those guards has got the cathedral completely surrounded. We gotta figure out a way to get out of here before they come for us too. Well, history is doomed to repeat itself. Don't tell me they're after Artoria too.
Whoever did this just assassinated the Northern Queen who managed to conquer Camelot. I don't know what charges they'll level at me, but I'm definitely next on their list. My guess is some nonsense about me conspiring with Noria to take Britain for myself or something. No, on second thought. I thought there's a fairy in Britain who isn't already dying to kill me.
That ain't it. Whoever poisoned that wine had no idea what the Fairy of Paradise's mission is. If they had, they'd never have killed Noria. She was the only one who could have saved Britain, or rather, its fairies. And now, her assassin has just killed the last hope they have of survival, which I doubt they realize. But never mind that. What are you gonna do now, Artoria? You gonna follow Noria to the grave, or are you gonna pick up where you left off? I'm a reasonable guy. It's just this once. I respect whatever you decide. Where she left off? Oh, I don't like those eyes.
That's not enough, child of prophecy, foreign mage. Lay down your weapons and surrender. You stand accused of murdering Lady Noria.
How? How? Please explain. Like, I would love to hear where you got this from.
We've received testimony from many different fairies that you not only interfered with the coronation, you also murdered the guards who tried to stop you. As the head of Salisbury's security, I'm placing you under arrest.
Arrest? What are you saying, Lady Coral? We obviously caught them red-handed. The Child of Prophecy deceived us. The foreign mage can't be trusted. And Percival, the Round Table Army, instigated the whole thing. We can't let them leave here alive. I mean, I'm just saying, I have every right for self-defense, so come at me. Let's just cut them now and stick their heads on pikes in the town square. That should calm things down.
Absolutely not. Testimony alone cannot be taken as facts. They have a right to share their side of the story, and as the Wind Clan, we must strive for impartiality. What do you think you're doing?
Come on, let's get them. But don't go easy on them just because we outnumber them. They managed to survive a fight against Morgan. They've got to be tougher than the Londinium soldiers. Fight back if you want, but any resistance will be taken as a confession of your guilt. Just us, huh? Just us. But the three of you give yourself up. We'll let the other fairies live. I don't fucking think so. Nuh-uh. So, what will it be? All of you dead, or just three of you? Go ahead, the choice is yours. Nice. Nice, Grimmer. Oh, this is custom-made mithril armor. Shut up, we don't have time for this crap.
You just killed Morgar.
If you want to run for it, go right ahead. You seem like the reasonable sort. I don't see any reason to burn you to...
Cuckling!
Of course, of course. Aurora the Whisperer and Milo. Her weapon of choice.
You blocked my attack. Of course I did. Such a cowardly sneak attack doesn't hold a candle to the will, Lancelot. Melusine, you're here too. Then the one responsible for all this must be... Shut up, Coral. It's not my job to keep you safe. My job is to neutralize the Child of Prophecy and the Chaldeans. You can handle the aftermath how you like, as far as I'm concerned. Turn them into rabbits, strangle them, imprison them. It doesn't matter to me. Oh, but I will say this. I wouldn't go outside for the next few hours if I were you. The city's erupted in fighting. You wouldn't last 2 seconds out there.
And now Lancelot, huh? Just what we needed. We might be able to take her if you all face it together, but... Artoria is still in shock. Without her protection, we'd probably lose at least one or two. There's no need for that. I can handle Lancelot myself. Go on, everyone. Now's your chance to escape. I'll meet you at your usual spot outside the city.
Huh? What are you saying, Percival? I only need to take care of Child of Prophecy and the Chaldeans. You have nothing to do with...
Oh yes, I do. They're my comrades. I've entrusted my life to them in battle. Most of all, they're friends I admire and respect. He's so cool. I don't care if they're the Fairy of Paradise, or residents from the outside world, or even if they're from a different world altogether. None of that changes the fact that we all lived and fought together. Those people have done everything they can to follow the path they believe is right, and to help their comrades do the same. They've devoted themselves to that purpose, and I'm going to do everything I can to help them. That is what it means to be a knight. That is what the Round Table signifies. That is what I was taught at this very cathedral. I was raised to become a knight, worthy of the Spear of Selection, to be a replacement for the Child of Prophecy if necessary.
That's right. Just because the reasons that brought you children here were tainted doesn't mean your spirits need to be tainted too. I'm so proud of the man you've grown into. That's why I don't want to lose you now. You've already used the Spear of Selection twice. Once 6 years ago, and once against Woodwose.
6 years ago.
If you use it again, you...
I don't care. Besides, I still need to repay you for the blow you dealt, Lady Gareth. Even now, her bravery and spirit live on in this spear. Tamlin Lancelot. If you insist on going by that name, even now that Morgan is gone, then I will show you no mercy. If you're going to repeat that terrible mistake, then I'll do everything in my power to correct it. He's so cool. He's so cool. Begone, thought. Phew, thank goodness. I didn't know what we would have done if that hadn't worked. Did you really just talk her into retreating? Yeah. Yes. My sis, Lancelot, is actually much kinder than she seems. I knew there was an excellent chance she'd listen to reason if I made a compelling argument, so I took a calculated risk.
I don't know about you, Senpai, but it seemed more like a harsh scolding than a compelling argument to me.
There's no telling when she might come back, though. Either way, now's our best chance to escape. Come on, Artoria, deliver Matt. You gotta find a way through the blockade and get out of this city. Okay. Yeah, I thought it said no battles here, and I was like, wait, why are the why are the guards squaring up? There's no battles in this one. No battles here either.
What a wonderful knight Percival's become. He's honest, gentle, dependable, but I've never seen him so angry. He's actually the one who taught me what it means to be human, now that I think about it. I know. I know what I'm doing is foolish, but I just can't help it. Are those screams coming from around Salsbury? No, it's not just Salisbury. I can hear them from all over. Gloucester, Oxford, Norwich. Are those Moors? They're not just keeping to the forests and ravines. They're coming out the plains and highways too. No, wait. Paris are turning into Moors on their own.
Well, you just received the wind tiding from Salisbury. Queen Artoria has been assassinated. Accusations from King Clan Ferries have stalked resentment against Edinburgh. And other northern ferries and upper-class ferries in the castle fighting amongst themselves.
Those idiots. How could they let themselves be riled up like that without a shadow of evidence? Where are they? I'll go silence them myself. You there, catch the ferries who are spreading the wind tiding. I'll slap them with the new administration's first charge of treason.
Emergency! A pack of Moors has appeared within the castle town limits. We've received a ton of incident reports from all over the city. We don't have enough soldiers to handle them all. What would you have us do, Your Excellency Acting Commander Barghest?
Don't call me Your Excellency. It makes me all twitchy. I mean... How could you let the Moors get inside? Hasn't the main gate been repaired by now?
Yes, ma'am, but there's no sign of them having entered from the outside. Yep, ferries turn into Moors. These Moors have been spontaneously appearing inside the city and making their way outside.
What? What about the Sacred Lance removal?
I'm afraid we haven't heard anything from that team for over an hour. And that's not all. All the ferries inside the castle are experiencing numbness with the limb. Jammed, but the Moors didn't even touch him. What? Oh, what is that? It's coming from the pit. Oh, shit. Is it time? Is it time?
What is that? Brother, ew. What is that? They're not Moors. There's something more primal, more horrifying.
Acting Commander Barghest. Damn it. Here, give me your hand. We need to get you away from the pit.
Don't worry about me. I can stand on my own. You all need to get away from here. The pit is causing all these moors to appear. They'll overrun the castle soon enough. Get to the plains while you still can. Tell all the other Round Table Army soldiers as well.
Yes, ma'am. But what about you? If we're going to run, you and the other fairies should come with...
Never mind me. And any fairy who could have gotten away has surely done so by now. Now, go on. Leave. Forget about Camelot. I'll hold the rear while you all make your escape. You only need to worry about survival. Dying out here is not an option.
Yes, ma'am. I know we'll be fine with Tamlin Barghest protecting us.
They really are good soldiers. Strong, earnest, friendly. The Round Table Army did an excellent job training them. And my body feels hot. Is that the Morse poison? No, wait, this is the curse Queen Morgan was keeping at bay. Now that I'm no longer Gawain, it's only a matter of time until I... No, not yet. There are things I need to do first. I have to save as many fairies and humans as I can. I'll defeat the Morse in the castle town myself. Or I'll never be able to look at Chaldeans in the eye. Look the Chaldeans in the eye. That's right, as long as Delivermet and the others are alive. Hope is not yet lost. I can still save at least a handful of British fairies by helping them migrate, and I can get to Dawn inside of Britain. And that's the reason I'm still alive.
The poison Morgan was keeping at bay, huh? Interesting. I was thinking that maybe... Like, for a second I was thinking that maybe all of the fairies that Morgan had summoned had been reverting into Moors because of Morgan being gone, and they were summoned by her. But I guess it's, not that. Oh, that's a boss wheel. This goes hard. Nice. I like this. I like this. Okay. And then, I mean, classes, I don't think we need to do a class one because we only have 3 supports available anyway, so I can just pick the one that I want. I mean, I kind of want this guy, you know, low-key. And then it was just Bond, right? Actually, I'm down to keep her in. 17. $25. 25. We have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25, 5, that's 5. We can go up to 32. 32 is fine, so I can do another 7. I can go 7. Or 8. Oh, oops, sorry. Of course. Fuck it, Percy. I'll go for Percy. How am I funding this, though? How am I funding this team? -6. Ew. Is that a star bomb? A 3-star star bomb? I'll just do this. Terminus. And there is. We're safe. Yeah, the fairies from north and south were pretty busy fighting each other. No time for us. I figured it'd be easy to get out once we gave the cathedral guards the slip, but it wasn't that simple.
Yikes. They just closed the gates. We got out by the skin of our teeth. Wait, Habitat is still at the pub.
Ain't much we can do for her now that the gates have been closed. Not unless you plan on approaching from the sky, like Lancelot. But don't you worry, Habitat's tougher than she looks, and she's used to this kind of stuff. She's probably giving Mike orders and defending the pub even as we speak. We can meet up with her again once everything calms down. It's not like you're all that close to Habitat anyway, are ya? So don't worry about her too much. She can take care of herself.
I guess you're right.
I'm concerned about Habitat too, but we got more pressing matters to take care of. Now that there's been suspicion cast on Artoria for the assassination of Noaria. I mean, it's only a matter of time now until there's an all-out war between the northern and southern ferries. And since we teamed up with the north, all 6 clans are gonna be out. All 6 clans are going to be out for us and the Round Table Army. Percival, you should head back to Londinium now and... Percival, you okay? You look really pale. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm just tired. I like to think this uproar is confined to Salisbury. But you're right, Lord Muramasa. Time is of the essence. We need to act now before...
Don't be ridiculous. You can hardly even breathe right now. You're not doing anything else until you get medical attention. We'll just have to find you a bed in Gloucester or some other nearby village. We can worry about what to do next when we take care of that.
Well said. We need to find you somewhere to rest. Not just yet. We got some cleanup we need to do first. Looks like some Moors overheard the commotion. Oh, it's just some Moors? At least that'll be a lot easier to handle than the riot in Salisbury. Come on, let's take care of them and... Oh. Hang on. Why are there so many of them? Mash, Da Vinci, grab Percival and get him to that forest over there. Hurry! Grimmer, deliver Matt, Artoria, get ready to hold them off. We'll keep them busy for about 2 minutes, then make a break for the forest ourselves. Let's get him. $99. Great. 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 20%, baby. Oh. Unlucky. Ugh. Ow. Oh, nice. 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 Triple proc, baby. Oh. Hello? Why are you not stunned?
白兵戦行きますこういうこともできる下法には戦いですかかかけなくも賢き水の司祭や風の貴公子よ今ひとたび精神を人間座へと導く
Sir?
ワッカーナゴースター軍テステールナット
Why are you not stunned?
染め抜いて
Oh.
重ねて
Oh. Oh. Oh, bro, this guy didn't get stunned. What the fuck? Doesn't seem very fair.
今のうちに準備下法には下法お任せくださいねえ手を聞いてこんなにつまらないもの
I also get 30% here, right, from her passive.
作り変える全部作り変えるこの星月夜にやっ
They should kill this guy.
すみませんすみませんすみません
That's a lot of crit up. That was like 400k or some shit like that. Sure. Nice. Triple, baby. I can't loop though. Bruh. FF. Bruh.
あれはいつか見た終わりの星どれほど遠く汚
I
れて
can't
も
even loop.
私は星を探すのですさあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバー
I just removed my... It's fine.
もっと刺激を
I think QQ should be enough to kill. Also, it's maximum returns. It's less damage, but it's maximum returns.
ねえ手を聞いてこんなにつまらないものに神なるものはご就寝ですってこれ作り変える全部作り変えるこの星月夜にうね
I just need to crit them.
り重ねて
Oh boy.
変わり果て
That was unfortunate.
書き続けるの
The greed. Biblical level greed. Oh, thank you for the curse. Thank you. Two, three, four. Only four? Oh. Only four curses? Or only four stuns? That was crazy. I'm sorry. I should have been the one fighting. The one to fight.
Never mind that. Just shut up and eat this.
No star bombs for 3 stars? Yeah. Makes sense.
It's not the best dried fruit. It'll help you recover some of your strength.
Some of my best dried fruit. Thank you, Artoria. You really are the child of prophecy. You're one of the strongest, most honest people I've ever met. I knew I was right to wait for you, to believe that you'd come.
Whoa there. There's a ton of Moors all over the highway too. What the hell's going on here? How can we get anywhere like this?
Hey, there you are. There you two are. How are things looking at the other cities? That bad, huh? Then I guess it's finally begun.
Grimmer,
We're not going to Gloucester or Lodinia. There are Moors popping up all over the island, and every city's shut its gates. What's worse, all the fairies who've overcome with fear in all this mess are turning into Moors on their own. Nowhere in Britain is safe anymore. This is the beginning of the great calamity. Yup, let's go. Let's... Why Xiang Yu, Emmanuel? Shufu. Ah, yes. Shufu Xiang Yu. The Great Calamity. Already. Afraid so. Don't forget, Morgan's been waiting on it all this time. Wait, let me show you the thumbnail that Zeno made. I forgot to show it earlier. It's sick. It's sick. Oh, that's why you wanted this, Zeno. Oh, that's why you wanted it. You know... Okay. Wait, can you even see it through my head? You can't. Oh, that's crazy. Wild. I'm afraid so. Don't forget, Morgan's been waiting on it all this time. Don't think she knew what form it would take, though. A great calamity is kind of like pus that builds up in Britain over the course of a millennium. Massive death throes become magical energy. Massive death throes become magical energy that spills throughout the Isle, and the calamity that catches the magical energy grows huge as a result. The hands look weird? I know. It is what it is. That's how the great calamities happen. And they're gonna keep happening as long as this Britain's around.
It almost sounds like bloodletting. A way of, well, letting out the bad blood that's built up in the land's veins. So what kind of calamity absorbed that blood this time, Grimmer? Can you tell?
Yeah, I can. Well, more than I already know. I couldn't tell while Morgan was still alive, but now that she's gone, I've got a good handle on what this calamity is. The thing that's been smoldering away in the pit for centuries is about to come out and say hello. That thing is basically why I was sent here in the first place, although I get the feeling there's more to it than that. Does this have something to do with the red and black calamities the prophecy mentions? From what Giri and Freaky have been smelling, there are signs of more than one calamity on the way. Uh-oh. But those two calamities are in my area, so I don't know what they are.
Wait a moment. Did you just say signs? Then does that mean the calamities still haven't begun in earnest? If that's true, then the thing at the bottom of the pit, the one Ash said would destroy all of Britain if it woke up, is still asleep, and that means...
We can hear it now. Oh, we still got a chance? Exactly. You're a quick one, Missy. But to do that, we're gonna need the Fairy of Paradise's help. The old God of Wisdom is telling me we're gonna need her to put the thing at the bottom of the pit, the one that awaits the pilgrimage at the pilgrimage's end, to sleep. Unfortunately, he didn't offer a lot of specifics. I still don't know what exactly that thing is, for example. Artoria, I think it's time you told us about your pilgrimage's final destination. About the Fairy of Paradise's true purpose. Oh? Artoria? I'm gonna let her speak.
It's... Talk about the worst possible timing. Can they tell we're busy here? Never mind that call. Artoria, go on. What are you gonna say? Huh?
That was a call. Caldia just called us.
That's right. Don't you see, Da Vinci? We're getting a transmission. Electronic devices used to be inoperable here, but now they're working again. Well, damn. Don't I look like a fool now? Don't I look a fool now? Hello? Hello? This is Codename Watson. Do you read me, Claudia?
Loud and clear, Miss Watson. This is 221B Baker Street. The last carrier pigeon message we received is 4 days old at this point, so I'm afraid we're not entirely clear on your current situation. But permit me to summarize ours. About 1 hour ago, the border's various systems began coming back online, including the systems that would previously shut down if we so much as approached the Isle. At the moment, our electricity is being provided by the steam generator, while we perform maintenance on all parts of the ship. We can also tell from our radar that a dense magical energy contamination has settled all over Britain. It is too soon for this to be more than conjecture, but I believe we can say Britain has begun its collapse. It was the Isle of Britain itself that rejected proper human history, and therefore, the Storm Border. With Britain losing its power, we too can now intervene in matters more directly. Then you mean the border's back up and running? Naturally, Mr. Delivery Man. Elementary. Which is why I would like all of you to return post-haste. The professor still has yet to recover fully, I'm afraid. So we need your help to put together a navigational program that will let us maneuver through Britain's dense magical energy, Da Vinci. Once you have all returned to the Storm Border, it should be ready to begin operations in approximately 6 hours. Come on, Da Vinci, what are we waiting for?
Right, with the Storm Border on our side, we can definitely handle the pit. No, we can face any calamity that comes at us. But we can heal Percival in no time too.
Thank you. I truly appreciate your kindness, but I have to refuse. Please, just leave me here. Time is of the essence, right? I couldn't live with myself if I slowed you all down.
Don't be ridiculous. I can carry you, no problem. You won't slow us down at all. Right, Da Vinci? Only if we don't run into any more packs of Moors. And unfortunately, the odds of that are pretty low.
Yep.
Percival, it's only a matter of time until more show up here too.
You're jinxing it.
If we leave you here alone, we'll basically be leaving you to your death. But you knew that, didn't you? Even though you said you consider Artoria, Mesh, and Delivermet friends.
Yes. I know this is very selfish of me, but...
Gotcha. Well, if you're that committed, I guess there's nothing more to say. Da Vinci! So instead of saying anything, we're just gonna bring you with us whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Isn't that right, Veg a bit? Yeah, I know you're hiding over there.
And so you already knew, huh? So much for waiting for the perfect time to surprise you. Snort. Vedra, what are you doing here? Good question. I do have my reasons, but I can't tell you what they are. All I can do is ask that you please trust me, and not pursue this line of questioning further. At any rate, I overheard the whole thing from behind that tree. It sounds to me like you all need a carriage, and one that verges on the verges on unsafely fast is that. One pulled by the fastest ferry horse in Ferry Britain, who can keep galloping. One pulled by the fastest ferry horse in Ferry Britain, who can keep galloping non-stop until we reach your destination. Let's go.
That makes 70. Pathetic. I can't believe I'm already so exhausted. My body is burning up. My horns feel like they're about to burst. Ah! What's going on? The more I defeat, the more of them there are. It's as though my exhaustion keeps growing. I can't seem to think straight. There's no end to them. They're just going to keep coming. But I must keep them away from the Round Table Army survivors outside the castle. Have at you, Morse!
This is arrow 2, right? No wheel. Oh, of course there's no wheel. I don't even get a choice. 8? Do I get hit enough to just do a full buster chain? Maybe. Maybe a one-shot, the first Morse. Oh, I do. Holy shit. I have so much HP, bro. That's insane. What the fuck? Hello? 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 Okay. What the fuck? 28k. What do I have? Oh. Whoa. Okay. So much HP, Ushi goes in with double Skadi. The disrespect, man. The disrespect is crazy. And 15. No respect. Zero respect from you guys. For the goat. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's going on? Everything looks bad. There's some Morse poison getting my eyes. I can barely see. It may as well be nighttime. There, that's the last of them. It wasn't easy, but at least the Round Table Army should be safe.
There's no way they're giving her a pathetic death like this. Just like on the battlefield here. With no one around.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough. I'm sorry I told you to escape this way. But what other way was there? If you'd stayed inside, none of you would have survived there either. Maybe I should have just eaten them all. The weak can be food for the strong, so the strong can protect the weak. That's right. Even if Britain is reaching its end, there's still someone I want to protect. I have to go. I'm sorry I can't rest in peace here with all of you. I have to get close to Manchester. I have to get to Manchester. I'm its lord. I have to protect the people there.
Shit. Oh man, let me get some more tea. Quick toilet break, some more tea, and we're gonna be back. Why? Okay. Oh. Damn it, there are Moors everywhere. They must be the same predatory type we saw at Norwich. Hurry, I don't care if you grind the wheels into dust. Just make sure to reach Norwich by nightfall. But Lord Spriggan, what about the soldiers we left outside Salsbury? Don't say it. Believe me, I hate to lose soldiers like that after everything I invested in training them. But we're helpless against so many Moors, and or not, humans can only do so much. We need a Fang clan to handle a threat this large. Oh, not that they've been any help, since there's been no sign of them ever since they left for Gloucester. Then, what's the point of running back to Norwich? Shouldn't we cooperate with the Northern Ferries again to... Why do you think I'm exercising my last resort? Any chance of alliance with the North died with Nonaria? Damn it, of course I was going to have her assassinated eventually, but there's a time and place for these things. Why did you kill Nonaria now, instead of waiting after the then Great Calamity? Morgan's history proves beyond a doubt that the fairies need a king to keep them in line. What in the world was she thinking? No, don't tell me she wasn't thinking at all. She didn't give a single thought to the future. Didn't have designs on rising to power, nor the desire to run this country her own way. She didn't think about any of that. She killed Nonaria solely because she didn't like her. I can't believe it. How in the world did that monster survive for 2000 years with such an empty head? Ooh. Don't trust the Northern Fairies. Nonaria was a calamity. Salsbury is Lady Aurora's city. We'll protect it ourselves. Have any fairies been infected with Morse poison? Let us know before it gets worse. It will cheat you right away. It's dangerous outside. Don't let the humans out of the city. They're our property. Anyone who tries to open the gate is a traitor. If you see someone trying it, say something. Conduct yourselves in a manner befitting the clans. Lady Aurora will save us. Long live Lady Aurora! Long live Lady Aurora! Long live Lady Aurora! Long live Lady Aurora!
Oh, good. I'm so glad to see the night pass without incident. And I'm especially glad things have calmed down outside. Here, Coral, come join me for a cup of morning tea. Lady Aurora, I'm afraid I can't agree with the night passing without incident. There are so many fairy coasters on the streets that we're having trouble disposing of them, especially since we can't take them outside the gates closed. Outside with the gates closed. And then, there are other northern fairies. There are the northern fairies. Oh yes, it's very sad how things turned out for them. Not only is Nonaria dead, but now everything knows Edinburgh's secret. What happened to the northern fairies who were here in Salisbury? They collapsed immediately after Lady Nonaria's death. We took the ones who were still breathing to the reading house and are keeping them under close watch. The reading house? Since when have we had a viewing house? You ordered it built 16 years ago to raise human children. It's been abandoned for 6 years now, so I took the liberty of repurposing it.
6 years ago, so that's what I'm guessing Percival mentioned.
Oh yes, that darling little house. I always did like it, and it turned out so wonderfully adorable. But, you know, now, what was his name again? Well, ever since I cast out that grey-haired human boy, I haven't quite been able to bring myself to visit again.
Yup.
Oh, I thought you had forgotten all about him. Lady Aurora, may I ask why you cast him out? What do you mean? He grew up after using the spear only once, remember? And he couldn't become the child of prophecy once he looked grown up, right? He was human after all. Right, of course. Was I wrong to reopen the reading house? Oh no, Coral. It was a wonderful idea. That building is fully equipped for pest control. It's perfect for the injured northern fairies. A wave of my finger will send them all to their eternal rest. But never mind them. Has the child of prophecy's gang been captured yet? I can't believe they stooped so low as to kill Nonaria just because they lost the competition. We have to make sure the child of prophecy is brought to justice after this abominable crime. The foreign mage is just as culpable, and I'm sure the child of prophecy must have tricked him into helping her. I'll have to ask his sentence be lighter. He won't be able to tell me all about the outside world if he's dead. Doesn't that sound lovely, Coral? I wonder what the world outside Britain is like. Humans made everything in that world, and so many different kinds of humans at that.
Yeah, ma'am. Sure, sure. You do you.
I'm sure it must be simply overflowing with wonders that would make your eyes pop out of your head. Lady Aurora, I'm afraid now's not the time for that. The number of Moors outside the city has continued to grow, and fairies from nearby villages have been pounding on our gates, asking to be let in. There are even some fairies here in Salsbury who have been showing signs of Moor disease. We need to increase our shelter capacity immediately. Once we open the gates and let the refugees in, we'll need to open the cathedral's doors as well. We can't possibly tend to them all ourselves. So we'll have to request aid from the humans in Gloucester or Londini. Why bother? Just leave the gates closed. Oh. And do have the human guards dispose of the fairies with more disease, won't you? That's the whole reason we've been raising humans in the first place. Lady Aurora, what are you saying? I know humans are lower life forms, but they still feel. It seems far too cruel to have them put down their friends and neighbors. What about the refugees outside? How are we? Oh, don't worry about them. They're very strong. Or they wouldn't have chosen to live in their dingy forest instead of my lovely city. I'm sure they'll find some way to get through this. We'll just focus on keeping Salsbury alive. Time will take care of everything, Coral. All we have to do is stay calm and wait. So, you're not going to do anything? You just want us to remain here in the bell tower, where it's safe? No, Coral. Don't be difficult. I'd hate to have to strip you of those pretty wings.
Damn.
Like I did to Halabaromia. You remember him, right? He's also arguing with me with his silly logic. You're not like him, right? You're a smart girl who understands my feelings. That's exactly why I know you'll continue working for me for the rest of your days.
Damn.
Man, I was wondering why you guys hated Aurora so much when we first met her. I can see it now.
And that's all we know. We only had a wind tiding to go on, so we don't have any more details. But it looks like the coronation at Salisbury was interrupted. Child of Prophecy killed Nonaria. Mass quantities of Morse have been appearing all around Britain. They also said that Morse poison has been seeping out of the pit, and that all of Camelot is subsumed in a black fog.
I see. It seems a great calamity has begun then. But this changes nothing for Gloucester. As long as fearless vow to abide by Gloucester's way of doing things.
As long as fairies vow.
That is, to have fun above all else, regardless of clan affiliation, then offer refuge to anyone who asks. My Fae domain is still alive and well. No Moors will be making their way into Gloucester. Although, there isn't anything we can do for fairies within Gloucester who spontaneously turn into Moors. We'll just have to have the Fang Clan mercenaries dispose of them. No, on second thought, send them out to rescue fairies stranded in the nearby villages. The Fang Clan has more resistance to Morse poison than the other clans. That's how they were able to kill the Morse King. So if the only problem is an explosion of Morse, the Fang Clan should be able to handle it. What we need to prepare for is the calamity afterwards. That fog or whatever it is coming from the pit. Even though Morgan is gone now, the system she created is still rock solid. Camelot has always held the Fang Clan in reserve for situations like this. As long as we use them properly, we have nothing to fear from the calamity. Yeah.
Lady Murian, the Fang Clan as well.
What are you still doing here? I thought I gave you an order. I'm going to keep studying the pit. I'm finally getting to the truth of it. There are passages in the documents Morgan hid away about Britain's origins, Senunos, and the first prophecy.
Yep.
If I can decipher them, I'll know what the Great Calamity really is. Whatever is trying to destroy Britain, I swear to reveal it, or I'm not the head of the Wing Clan and the Lord of Gloucester.
Yes, Lady Murian. It's no wonder you're Britain's wisest, fairest ruler. We Gloucesterians are proud to have you as our leader. Don't worry, we'll take care of the city.
No, this is no time to take a breather. There's our moment to spare here. I need to find the answer before Koyanskaya gets back, or I won't be able to call myself her friend. I knew it. Koyanskaya told me about this being called gods, It looks like there was once one in Britain too.
Yep.
Sononos, the god of beasts and islands who parted the seas. There must be the god at the bottom of the pit. The real question is, why did this god disappear? What did the 6 clans wish for? But most of all, what made this world go down a different route than proper human history in the first place? I'm so close to the answer now. I can almost taste it. 14,000 years ago, an invader fell to the planet from a shooting star. And then the fairies. No, that can't be right, but it's the only explanation. Then we brought this on ourselves. No, a fairy's sins are their own. You can't punish children for their parents' sins. And besides, if this really is true, then the pit existing makes sense. It isn't a god trying to destroy us, but the Isle of Britain itself.
Huh? Congratulations, Murian. You got it. And thank you for getting rid of the Fan Clan, by the way. That made it so much easier. Oh, wait. Wait. That made it so much easier for the calamity to spread unchecked. Had the Fan Clan still been around, they'd have kept killing enough Moors that the Great Calamity would never show up. This time, I'm going all out. The more calamities, the better. Thanks again for doing your part to end things. Besides, you got your revenge, and you learned the truth about Britain. You did everything you wanted, yes? No regrets? Then it's time to pack it in. Maybe?
It's you.
Maybe? Yes, that's right. And before you go, permit me one final confession. I'm sorry for sicking the Fan Clan on the Wing Clan all those years ago. I honestly didn't have any real reason. I was just in a bad mood that day. Terribly sorry. Okay, back it up, Murian. Nobody really liked you, Murian. Okay. What you mean she was fun? Yeah. Do Uncle kill per tonem? It's been a day and a half since I started galloping along the coastline. We should be at the western shore now. Shore soon. Fortune's name. Yeah. Fortune. He was in the Welsh woods, I think. Incidentally, I started to lose all feeling in my forelegs. My hind legs too, for that matter. To be perfectly blunt, I'm afraid any more running could endanger my life. My life is a Fae race horse, that is. You ran yourself that ragged for us, teary-eyed. Not at all. Even putting my legs aside, the wagon wheels are about 20 seconds from falling off. Are you all ready to run to the ocean as soon as you're out of the carriage? I see a whole mess of Moors over on the shore. I never did figure out what exactly propeller humming history was all about. That's it, that's the one. But I suspect it means you all are the brave warriors destined to truly save Britain. It's been an honor to accompany you on your journey. Alright, this is as far as I go. Take care, everyone. Thanks, Veja. You've been the best damn horse I've ever seen. Come on, Grimmer. It's our turn now. Let's give them a path. Okay, I think this is arrow... a lot. 3 or 4. Yep. Not a boss fight. I don't have a moon cancer. It's fine. Wait. Wait a minute. BB. You want to share about that last scene? The one with Murian? Any thoughts? I have my theories, but I'm gonna keep them to myself. For now. Oh, whoa. Almost didn't give her a C here. Shangyu? Must be. Must be. Oh, perfect! Yo, she's about to pop the fuck off, guys. This is it. Wait, I don't have... Oh, well, I don't have a second Skadi. Never mind. She's about to do 0 damage. Single Skadi Ushigozen? Ew. Where's the damage coming from? Yo, actually, low-key, it's not that horrible. I'm gonna crit as well. Oh, it's some more like crit. In some universe, that's a crit. Whatever, guys. Whatever. %. That's what happens when you don't have magical gold sapphire on her. Look! Look! She almost did damage. Only needed a single Skadi and super effective against berserkers. $36. Oh, that's so tragic. Wait. Boom. Boom. Drop a nuke on them. Eating the skills. Oh, it killed. They're demonic. And presumably Earth as well. No, surely they're not demonic Earth. I feel like we had this conversation before, and I feel like you guys said they are. Ooh. It's good to be back. Congratulations on a job well done, Delivery Matt. Good to see you safe and sound. This place seems to be seriously bad news. Our sensors are detecting a positively absurd magical energy signal.
They're just Earth?
I just got the achievement for defeating demonic enemies, though. So... Or not achievement, but mission. According to Shiba, we only have a few hours until the collapse begins. I wish I could give you time to take a breather in your quarters. I really do. But can you tell me more about just what is going on here before I have an aneurysm? But first, roll call. That must be Artoria, the King Arthur of Fairy Britain. That must be Percival of the Round Table Army. That's obviously Cuchulainn. And that must be Saint Muramasa, the alter ego disciple of the foreign god. Don't worry about it. Excellent. I can see they're all just as capable and dependable as I thought. Having them on board should give us just the edge we need. Guten Tag, denizens of the land of the Fae. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He's German?
I'm God of Music, Director of Chaldea and Commander of the Border. Given the circumstances, I see no point in discriminating between those of you from proper human history and those of you from the Lostbelt.
Yo, no discrimination. Nunaria could never.
Given we're all we're all in this very... Since we're all in the same very rapidly sinking boat, I hope I can count on your help in resolving this unprecedented crisis.
German in Apocrypha?
Sheesh. By the way, how come there are so few of you? Didn't Da Vinci's reports mention at least a few others?
Habitual's still back at Salsbury.
What? How about the Northern Fairies then? Ooh, that was hot. Didn't you have a Mav match with a Maeve lookalike where you became mad friends?
Nunaria passed away during the coronation.
Oh, I see. Then her death can't have been a peaceful one. What a terrible shame. Well, we can't count on help from those who have already passed on, and there's no point in dwelling on it. Alright, let me tell you what the situation is here. We began our water takeoff sequence, but it's going to be several hours yet before we can leave. Technical advisor, I need you in the computer room yesterday. Nemo Professor needs your help. Mesh, see that our two guests are well tended to.
Okay. I kinda wanna get back to the island and the story though.
No way, take Percival to the infirmary first. He's not looking too good. Muramasa, Grimmer, now that you're on board my ship, you'll be treated like any other Chaldean servant. Captain Nemo here will brief you on our plan of attack. As for you, Delivery Matt. I see you're still in just as sorry state as ever, but there's nothing new for you by now, is it? First, I want you to get yourself checked out over at the infirmary, then use our precious few spare command spells to replenish yours. After that, you're to return here and brief myself and the administrative advisor on every place you visited in Britain. As you know, we'll be going in there ourselves in the Storm Border in just a few hours. So we're going to need all the information you can give us on the land and the fairies who live in it.
Okay, sure.
Good. It's been a day and a half since our last transmission, so if we leave in 6 hours, that will be about 2 days.
Okay.
I don't see the entire world ending in 2 days, so we should still have plenty of time, I think. Nonetheless, this is going to be a fearsome battle, so make sure you're all well rested and ready for anything.
And 2 hours into the emergency meeting.
I see. Very well. I believe I now have a firm grasp on what has transpired since our last communication. I appreciate your attention to detail, Mr. Delivery Matt. With your information, I know what we need to do, though whether we can do it is another matter entirely. Oh, so what is it we should do then? Broadly speaking, we have two goals. The first is to prevent Britain from collapsing. That will require us to investigate the pit, stop the calamity, and wipe out the Moors that have sprung up all over Britain. And the second is acquiring the divine construct. We came very close on the latter, but it seems we were thwarted at the last moment. Oh yes, the second lancer was supposed to be sent from Camelot. I don't blame the Round Table Army for this, but I still can't help but wonder if they couldn't have just finished just a day sooner. Damn it. About that, Grimmer, could we see you here for a moment?
What's up? Got a question for me?
I do, yes. It pertains to the divine construct. We thought we could achieve that goal by seizing one of the Camelot's sacred lances. But according to Mr. Delivermat, he seemed a bit put off when the topic came up before. May I ask why that is?
Awesome. I don't know if sacred lance made by Morgan is something we can actually use ourselves. But even if we can't, it will be an invaluable divine construct just as a reference. Thanks again, Percival.
Damn, you got a mind like a steel trap, don't you, Delivermat? Yeah, that's right. You guys are barking up the wrong tree. Taking one of Camelot's sacred lances for yourself doesn't mean you'll automatically be able to fit it to this ship. Divine constructs are closely tied to their wielder. You might be able to create one, but you having the right to actually use one isn't the same thing. Until you guys get back what you at Chaldea. No, what all of proper human history lost when the world was wiped clean. You'll never be granted a divine construct of your own.
We lost something during the bleached earth phenomenon? It can't be, but no, it's the only logical explanation. So that's why we had to come to this Lostbelt. Miss Shion sent us here because she knew about it.
I fucking hate the interruptions. It's the second time today. Ah, alert, alert! There's been a change in Central Britain's gravity. Whoa, it's as strong as the foreign god's pseudo black holes. Something really gross is emerging from there. Wow, I don't even want to look at it. You think that's bad? I'm seeing fire spread all over Britain. Looks like it started in the northwest part of the Isle. A whole tsunami of fiery wind is blowing across all of Britain from Manchester. Fire broke out in Manchester. Yeah, that's just Barghest. Don't worry about it. Keep it together. Gather as much detailed information as you can. I also want to see these phenomena myself. Point the ultra-long-range lens we used in Atlantis at Central Britain. I'm trying, but you can't see a thing out there. It's as dark as the bottom of the ocean out there.
True, Robert.
But we're still positive about what's going on.
Also, Robert, isn't that today? Doesn't Manchester United have a match today? Might. It might.
Then it looks like we have to go see what's going on for ourselves. Any word from the professor? How much longer until the navigational program is done? She said it's already done. She just needs 30 more minutes to test it before it's deployed. It's good to have Da Vinci back. That's 3 hours sooner than I expected.
They do? Yeah, I thought so. Very on point then.
Gordolf, Holmes, the ship is ready for battle. Delivermat, would you bring Mesh and Artoria Caster here? We don't have a single second to spare. I hate to do this, but it looks like we won't have any time for a test drive before we head out.
Okay, that should handle your minor injuries and also give you a stimulant ample. But are you sure you don't want to try the recovery pod? It might not help you recover completely, but it should at least give you a little more energy.
Thank you for your help, Da Vinci. But yes, I'm sure. I'll wait until after the Great Calamity has been dealt with. If I get into that bed, I'll be unconscious for several days, right? I'm the commander of the Round Table Army, and that's time I can't afford to lose. Even if I can't be of much help, I still want to see what becomes of Britain. And besides, how could I ever face my soldiers if I told them that while Britain faced its crisis, I was asleep? Besides, there's something I need to tell you too, Artoria. I was hoping to keep this to myself, but I can't do that now that I blabbed about it back at the cathedral. Oh, let me guess, we're gonna get interrupted again. Oh.
This is about you being a substitute child of prophecy, isn't it? Is this also why you're in poor health right now? From what I've gathered, it was Aurora who took you and those other human children in just after you were born. Woodwalls was the one who saw you had talent for the reading at the reading house, and Lancelot taught you how to use a sword. I'm guessing the purpose behind all that was to create their own child of prophecy.
That's right. After Einzel's prophecy became known, a number of different measures were taken in response to the child of prophecy. The Queen's army captured all fairies who had just been born. Some villagers hid next generation fairies who met the description. And some villagers raised them in secret. The Lord of Salsbury's idea was this. If we don't know where the child of prophecy will appear, we can just prepare our own in the meantime. Okay.
So that's why you and those other human children were taken in and raised to be warriors. You were meant to serve as a child of prophecy in case the real one didn't appear 16 years later.
True. That may have been one of the reasons.
So what happened afterwards?
Lord Wood was determined that I had the most potential out of the candidates. What's more, Salisbury possessed one of the weapons Ash the Savior used to save Britain in the Fae Era. This spear, the Spear of Selection. However, Ash had placed a seal on the spear that prevented any sailor from using it. In practice, that meant only humans could ever touch the spear, let alone wield it.
So that's why they use human children, even if they're not as strong as fairies, they could use the Spear of Selection. And there was the bar that had to be met to call oneself the Child of Prophecy.
That's right. Then, when I was 10 years old, I succeeded at drawing out the Spear of Selection's power. I think it chose me, that it wanted me to use it to kill wicked fairies. I'm sure I heard a voice saying something like that in my head. That was also when the Mirror Clan disappeared from Britain. Oh, classic Lancelot. The day the Spear of Selection chose me was the day she went to the Lake District on our Lord's orders.
Huh? Hang on, that doesn't make sense. The Mirror Clan disappeared 6 years ago, right? But you're...
The Spear of Selection uses its ruler's life force to generate its true power. I'm sorry, Artoria. The truth is, I'm 16 years old too. Oh, he's just been aged up? Then, this is the oldest 16-year-old ever then. I was 10 when the Spear of Selection chose me, and I aged 10 years as a result. That's why I have the body of a 26-year-old.
But British humans only live 30 years, on average. That's why you didn't age anymore the second time you used it. You couldn't age more.
Jojo, 16-year-old.
Does that mean the only reason you're still alive now is...
Yes, I must have been born stronger than other humans. I guess Lord Wood was. They choose well, huh? That's why I owe you an apology, Artoria. I was raised to be a substitute for you. No, to be a threat to you. But instead of coming clean about that, I began an organization meant to support you. But I was apologizing for helping her. He's too precious. I used her name without permission, just so I could put a roundtable army together for my own selfish reasons. I have no right to speak about peace in Britain, but I went around preaching it all the same.
That's not true at all. You didn't do this for yourself. You never did. Even now you're forcing yourself into action just to save Melusine. Attention, Stormboarder. This ship is now battle ready. We detected a powerful gravitational fluctuation in Central Britain. Holmes believes this is the start of Britain's collapse. In 30 minutes, we'll transition to flight mode and attempt to enter British airspace ourselves. All hands to the bridge. All hands to the bridge. I repeat, the ship is now... Looks like this is all time we got now. For now, I'm heading to the computer room. What about you two?
I'll go to the bridge now. I may be an imposter, but I still call myself a knight of the round table. If nothing else, I want to honor my companions who lost their lives on the battlefield by seeing for myself what becomes of Britain. My own wish may be nothing to speak about, but I can at least honor theirs. Future where humans and fairies can coexist in peace. That phase doesn't look too promising. Oh, okay. This is fine. What the devil's going on here? It's only been a day and a half. How is all of Britain burning in only a day and a half? I mean, I knew most were bad news, but this is unbelievable.
No, more than use fire. Something else did this.
This has gotta be the Red Calamity. Looks like the fire is coming from Manchester. Wait, what did I just see? Yep. This is fine. Isn't that where we made that promise to Barghest? That would help some fairies migrate to proper human history if things went belly up.
That's right. Marcus told me about that. She said she had already talked to Manchester's residents about the prospect of migrating outside Britain. And they all loved the idea.
Can we stop by Manchester first then?
That's where we're headed. We need to find out what's causing the fire anyway. It'll be something of a detour, but it shouldn't affect our entry route into the pit. How are things on your end, Da Vinci? All systems green. We're making good time at 60 knots, or 111 kilometers per hour. You want to head to Manchester, right?
How fast? 111 kilometers per hour.
You want to head to Manchester, right? I was just thinking we should make that our first stop too. We had to keep our promise to Barghest after all. We should be there in 10 minutes, but surrounded by a massive fire. At least, the fairies inside should be safe. The town's ramparts ought to keep the fire out.
Let's go.
We have to move the fairies onto the stone border all at once, since there won't be time to guide them one at a time. So, Delivermat, I'd like you and Mash to head there ahead of us and let them know we're coming. I'll send the shuttle boater down to the surface as soon as we arrive in Manchester's airspace.
That's assuming any of them are still alive. I feel like Morse might have done some damage.
It'll land automatically, but you'll still need a driver to get there. Can you do that, Mynheer?
Sure thing. Yes, I'm the only one who can, since Chubby's gotta stay here as a commander.
Oh god.
I'm impressed you accepted so readily, Mynheer. I suppose you are the boldest, longest-serving pilot.
Oh, well, yeah, pretty much. Besides, I've had it easy up till now.
Okay, I'm counting on you guys to round everyone up and fill them in.
Got it.
Man, I feel like a paratrooper. I mean, she thought up an auto mode for everything. Scanning for hostile entities. Good, no more nearby. Outside temperature is 1000 degrees Celsius.
Okay, normal. Normal summer day.
That's like running outside inside a forest fire. Make sure the mysticals on good and secure. Delivery mat. Alright, full speed ahead to Manchester. Let's go!
Open the hatch, we're heading out.
Huh? Manure, the hatch is still locked. We need you to...
I'm sorry, I can't. You can't go out there now.
Oh man.
Damn it, what the hell's going on there? Here. You guys said Manchester was supposed to be this quaint, idyllic town, right?
Well, nothing is quite idyllic anymore.
So what the hell am I looking at?
Manure, what are you talking about?
Come look at the monitor. Yeah, I would be surprised if... Yeah. Sounds about right. That's about what I expected.
What are those?
They're corpses. I got a mountain of corpses. And not just fairies, humans too.
Okay, Anakin.
I didn't die in fire. The human corpses are all torn apart. It looks like... by fangs. And the fairies were hacked to bits with swords.
Huh.
Which means...
The humans were eaten alive.
Help! Help! He's gonna kill me! He's gonna kill me!
Oh, Barghest went full rogue.
Something's wrong with Lady Barghest. I don't wanna die. I don't wanna die. She said we would all survive. She said Caldia would keep us safe, even to get calamity struck here.
Yeah.
No, I don't wanna die anymore. I hate fire. I hate nights. Help! Help! Save me! Oberon! I don't wanna be born just to be killed all over again.
Did I know the skill? I don't think so. No. Oh my goodness. This ascension. Oh my... Oh god. I thought she had some tights on or something. Nope. Okay.
Barghest.
That's Barghest. She doesn't look like anything you described in your reports. Did she do this to Manchester?
We gotta get out of there.
Deliver, man. Get back here, you idiot.
Oh. Barghest, tell us what happened here.
Cal, dear, you're here. Just like you promised. But you can't be here. Leave. Go away. You need to escape. Britain's ferries are... It's all my fault. I should have known better. Ah. Ah.
Master, quick! Get back inside the shell booter. It's not safe out here.
Did she just grab the... Oh, she kicked it.
Dear God, she just kicked the border like it was a damn football.
Get the booter out of here, Manure. That's the magical energy eater Da Vinci wrote about in her reports. She's sucking up Senpai's life force.
I'm trying. The steering wheel's not... Huh? Hang on. She's going away on her own. Guess she's not too interested in us. She's headed outside the city, I think towards Gloucester, and she's not alone. There's a bunch of black dog-like creatures following her. She's got them all lined up in a procession.
A bunch of Barghests?
It's like watching some twisted real life Piper of Hamelin.
Is that...
Barghest? Why? Wait. Barghest the Black Calamity? A bunch of Barghests. What's the collective noun for a lot of Barghests? Not a flock, a murder, a fire of Barghests,
I've got the shell booter safely stowed away. Are you guys ready to head to the pit now?
Yes, Manchester had been completely destroyed. Pack. That sounds too normal though. A heat of Barghests. A bag of baggies. A 6-pack of Barghest. Of Bargs. True. Given what has become of Barghest, and the fact that she's now leading a procession of Barghests. Even though that has a different meaning, but still, I believe it would be best to refer to her as the calamity of the beast from here on. Regardless, though we could take her on now. Though we could take her on now, I agree we should make our way towards the pit first. It's just there are no objections. Hey! Hey, come on. Just cause it's true doesn't mean you gotta be so blunt about it. She might have been our enemy, but Barghest was one of the few fairies in Fairy Britain who...
It's okay. I'm not sure why Barghest slaughtered all of Manchester, but whatever the reason, it's no surprise she became a moose after doing something so horrific.
The skill she had was Curse of the Beast. Oh.
I have no problem calling her a calamity now.
Okay, if you're sure. Just don't push yourself too hard, okay, Artoria?
In any case, we'll have to fight Barghest eventually, since she's the source of the fire spreading all over Britain. The walled cities are still holding up, but the fires completely devastated the forests and plains. It also looks like the smoke from the fires gathering in the sky and forming thunderclouds. She's consuming the lightning they generate as her primary food source. Her magical energy grows with every step she takes. We're going to have to stop her before she becomes a literally unstoppable monster.
Even so,
We need to check on the pit first. There's both a red calamity and a black calamity, right?
Yep.
We can't go to war until we know the enemy's strength. Luckily, the calamity of the beast is still moving slowly.
Oh, so now she no longer has heterochromia? Oh, that's cool.
She seems to be headed towards Oxford right now, but at this pace, it'll take her a good 4 to 5 hours to get there. That should give us enough time to come up with a plan of attack. Got that, Artoria? Deliver mat?
It might get rough. Nod. I get that.
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
What's up?
Oh, gods, it's gross. I don't even look at it. I don't want to look at it anymore.
Oh.
Stop that. Look out. What are you talking about? You can see the pit, can't you? Save the warning for later and put it up on the monitor. Now! Our primary objective is to acquire the Sacred Lance at Camelot, whether we can use it or not. So we need to get a handle on what's going on with the pit as soon as possible. Yes, sir. Bring it up on the monitor now.
Oh, it's the fluffy teddy bear. The fiery fluffy teddy bear. I don't even know if it's fiery. Sun on us. What is that? Brother, ew.
The black mist seeping from the pit is actually severe multi-layered curse contamination. Whatever you do, don't touch it. It'll make you go insane and rot your whole body. Although, whoa, this is amazing. Inside of the pit's almost like a whole other dimension. Every single fire area just disappears. It's basically a cursed bottomless pit. No, never mind the pit itself for now. That's the real problem. What are you doing, Data Collection? Get to work already. I'm trying, but I can't. I can't get a read on its magical energy or its spirit origin. I'm not even getting any real numbers for its mass or volume.
What about imaginary numbers? Official merch? Oh shit, a certain official merch, that's cute.
Even when I compare it against the pit itself, Just the part we're seeing here is showing up as over 2 kilometers long. Whatever it is, it's impossibly big. There's no other creature like this, not even in the deepest ocean trenches.
Grimmer, is that the same god that was present during Britain's genesis?
Yep, that's Cerny, the beast god. In Celtic mythology, it's the king of beasts and the one who knows hell itself. Here, it's the being responsible for Britain's creation. That thing's why the old god of wisdom chose me to come here as his vessel. That said, he didn't mention how much it's changed. If this is his idea of a joke, I ain't laughing. That thing's way too big for anyone, human or fairy, to do something about.
Nah, I can take him. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, it's a creature from the mural. Is this really happening? Please tell me it's a bad dream. Zeus, I can understand. He was a machine at least. Even the terrible might have been a massive mammoth, but that made sense for the frigid tundra. But that's a living creature. There's no way any living creature could be that huge, and it's just standing there, menacingly, right in front of Camelot. We can't possibly go in to collect Rongominiad now, or can we? What do you think, Initiative Advisor? Is there a chance we can get past that thing? I hate to say this, Gordov, but I simply do not know. We simply know far too little about that creature to say anything for certain at this point. I can say that even viewing it through the monitor is enough to give me palpitations. That creature is pure concentrated curse. In fact, I dare say there has never been a melodic god more powerful. It would be suicide to set foot in Camelot right now, and yet... I suspect that creature is precisely why Queen Morgan prepared the sacred lenses. Take a look at where she kept them.
Then Queen Morgan
was preparing a means to defeat that thing. She had a plan to protect Britain all along. We should go to Camelot, the sooner the better. I agree. Besides, the big guy hasn't so much as budged. Maybe he's just there, existing, and that's what he does. Plus, Silence ought to be able to withstand some degree of curse. So say we do what Delivery Mat says and head down to Camelot's throne room now, before...
We can't. It's too late. It's all too late.
That haze looks like... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very alike. The outline had... Look, the top part of that calamity also looked like this. Yep.
It's the same as the calamity you saw in Norwich. Then that must mean it was... Yes, that calamity was just someone else's hand. One of the many.
Oh. Never mind that now. That hand thing is keeping up the wall towards Camelot.
No way, it's destroying the castle.
The magical energy gauge is going haywire. The gas contamination emanating from the pit is just skyrocketed. It's currently 640 million tons and still rising. It's a humongous tsunami of a curse, big enough to cover all of Britain.
Okay. The other hand. It's rising. Oh, that's a lot of hands. Okay, see you, Mr. Hands.
Head to port. 180 degrees. We need to get out of this airspace, now. If that stuff swallows up the border, we're done for.
Don't let even one of its fingers so much as graze us.
Invisible Providence. Oh shit.
It's no use. I'm giving it all we got, but we're not getting any more altitude. Suddenly, must have 100, 200. God, I can't even count how many hands it's got. They're everywhere you look. We can't avoid them all, let alone get away from them. Damn it, Da Vinci, what about the shadow border? It won't work. Even if we could get everyone on board in time, there's nowhere to run with the ground covered in curses. There's no way out of this. I think this might be it for us. Contact in 6, 7, 7, 6, 5. Goodbye, everyone. It's been swell knowing you.
07 to all of us. Oh. Yo? Raw Ayas.
We have visibility again. Those icky things are gone. Our engine output is back where it should be too. We can get out of here, no problem now.
Was that Cohen?
Oh good. It makes all the trouble I went to worth it. Now, do you all see why NFF Services guaranteed safety protection is the best in the business?
Yep. That voice, that honeyed, ice cold, and just the alluring witchy voice. That can only be Tamovichko and Skaya. Yep, that is Koyan.
Lady Murian, did you leave the lights off again? Ah, you're going to ruin your eyes like this. I just got back from the coronation. I'm sure you've already heard how it turned out, but...
Yeah, she's not alive.
Bloodstains.
Goodbye.
Murian.
Oh, she's alive.
Koyan, Skaya, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I saw you hadn't said a proper goodbye.
Oh, perfect. I actually came here to say goodbye myself. Thank you so much for all your help with fundraising and product distribution in Gloucester. Moors may be the only new creatures I managed to acquire here in Britain. But I still enjoyed some lovely days off thanks to your generosity. I promise to repay this favor one day. As soon as I've finished making my primate zoo, you'll be the first to receive an invitation.
As an animal?
That sounds great. But I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's going on anymore. It feels like I'm still dreaming, and once I wake up...
You're worried you'll forget everything. Not worry, I'm the beast of taming. Unlike humans, I never forget my debts. Thank you for calling me your friend, my eccentric little princess. It'd be an honor to purchase your joy and grief for my catalog. I'd never sell them, of course. I'm quite fond of you.
I see. Then do you think you could pay me for them now? I was an idiot. I couldn't keep my anger, my hatred in check. I'm responsible for this. I should have realized who the true enemy was. But instead, I was used and manipulated right to the end. So, at the very least...
You'd like to get your revenge? You just leave that to me. I'll follow those bloodstains and find whoever.
No, I want you to at least protect Britain. We fairies may be
Fated.
to die out. We can never atone for our sins. Even so, I still want you to protect Britain, to protect the land of the Fae. I don't want the great calamity to just wipe us all out on its own terms.
I want us to reach our destination, even if it's the end of the line. Can I ask of you of this? Can I ask this of you, Kuyanskaya? Even though you're all alone in this world, just like me.
Oh.
Protect Britain in the true sense of the word, Alright, I'll do it. If you're looking for me to protect rather than destroy, it's obvious what needs protecting. Rest assured, NFF services get the situation well in hand. I'll make sure the ones who can make the real villain's life hardest stay safe and sound.
Okay. That's Kuyanskaya's beast form. Marines, can you put that up on the monitor?
It's no use, our cameras are being jammed, and our sonar is not working either. Gah! Do keep those annoying pulses off me, won't you? They're messing with my concentration.
Sonar jamming, eh? Visit Limbo. It's only a matter of time until we'll need to settle things with Kuyanskaya. I was hoping to collect some data that would help us eventually subdue her, along with some inspiration for my deductions.
Well, are you going to escape or not? This emergency evacuation service expires soon. If you need my services again, it's going to cost you dearly.
Right. Get us out of here, double quick. I certainly don't want to be stuck with a preposterous bill. But we'll pay you in full for this service eventually. You can count on that as surely as you can count the bruises we left you with after our battle in Olympus. Oh, in case it wasn't clear, there's a reference to the fact that we trounced you during the... Yeah? Okay.
Crap, we just lost the power to the engines again. Can it, Chubbs? You're messing up her motivation.
No, it's not that. Pressure is building up on the ground again. It looks like Kuyanskaya could only hold it off for so long. Manure, get us out of here. Whatever you have to do, do it. I don't care if you have to ruin one of Triton engines. Make it happen.
Aye, aye, sir. I'll apologize to engineer later.
That's as far as the friend discount goes. The rest is up to Caldia. As for me, I think it's time to return to my headquarters. So this is Cerny's curse. Easy to mistake it for a weapon capable of destroying the world. But this curse isn't meant for enemies from the outside. It's for cursing your own kind and yourself. A curse of self-destruction. The only way I could defend their ship from it was to absorb it myself. What a sorry state of affairs this turned out to be.
And so, the Chaldean ship barely managed to escape from Central Britain. Barghest, now transformed into an enormous calamity of the beast, continued wreaking havoc in other cities. Having crawled out from the pit, Cerny continued exuding seemingly endless curses. The fairy villages that dotted Britain's forests burned to the ground, which itself began to crack and fall apart under the strain. 2 hours have passed since the Stone Border first set out with the goal of saving Britain. They couldn't save anything. The residents of Norwich came to blows over who would... Blows over? Okay. Came to blows over who would escape on the 2 ocean liners, eventually devolving into the murderous mobs of fairies and humans. In a barber shop on Main Street, a kind young human man comforted a fairy woman who had succumbed to panic. The residents of Oxford, who had moved there with the hope of becoming the next privileged class, were destroyed when they were unable to fend off a Morse attack. Without the Fang clan in there to protect them, they were utterly powerless. Although Salsbury managed to defend itself by keeping its gates closed, it was coming to an even more gruesome end than any of the other cities. Londinium continued to burn in silence. The few remaining Round Table Army soldiers welcomed the fairies who fled there, and did their best to fight off the Moors. Though in truth, the Round Table Army soldiers were basically already badly injured and no longer able to fight. So the fairies who sought refuge there summoned up the last of their courage and defended the soldiers for as long as they were able. The residents of Gloucester disappeared relatively painlessly, one at a time. A young girl who had been freed from the Western Rents sometime before made the journey back to Gloucester after a series of trials and tribulations. She braved her way to the flames to rescue her former master, a failure of a fairy who had been helpless without her. At her tearful reunion, the girl and the fairy joined hands before being swallowed up by the fissure in the ground. Damn.
This is horrible. All of Britain's beauty is gone.
Indeed, Miss Camelot. Once the other Lostbelt's trees of emptiness were gone, they disappeared as well, but their inhabitants were none the wiser. Why are you laughing? I wasn't expecting that. This is nothing like that. Britain is experiencing a true apocalypse. Even if there was some reason that the land of the Fae had to meet such a dreadful end, I shall never be able to forgive the architects of this cataclysm. Yes, well, I understand why you would be so heartbroken by this, Camelot, and you have every right to be angry, Holmes. But we still need to do something about it, yes. If left unchecked, that haze seeping out of the pit is going to cover the entire planet, right? Oh, fated. Isn't there something we can do to seal the pit?
No, there isn't. We can't even get close. We can't even get close in the storm border anymore. The Tower Gominiates were our last hope, and they've all been destroyed along with Camelot.
Oh.
There's nothing we can do to stop the collapse, just because it's too predicted anymore.
Imagine if it was Ushigozen there. True! Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you meant for stopping the calamity. Like, they would have been cooked. I'm afraid she's right. Britain's destruction is inevitable now. And from there, the destruction will spread across the rest of the globe until proper human history, the Lostbelt, and everything else is swallowed up by darkness. That doesn't sound too fun. Another visitor. How do they keep getting onto the storm border? Hey now, there's still hope. I'd hold out for at least another hour before giving up. Sure, the fairy sins have been accumulating for 14,000 years. Sure, we're now faced with both the calamities the prophecy predicted and the corpse of a god that just popped out of the pit. There's nothing proper human history can do about any of that. But all that stuff is also cosmic fantasy only made possible by this situation. The British Lostbelt became its own proper human history by virtue of turning into a singularity. There is a distortion in history. In other words, repairing that singularity will restore history, resulting in the land of the Fae never having existed. Sounds good to me. And isn't that Chaldea's specialty? That voice. Yeah, that voice. It sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I recognize it too. I'd know it anywhere.
Yeah. I'd recognize that voice anywhere. Oh. Finally. Hey everyone. Merlin, the Mage of Flowers, is here at last. Sorry to keep you waiting so long. Now, come on, cheer up. It's not like you all to give up so easily. In fact, the real battle here in Britain is just about to begin. Finally, man. Bro's just been watching and chilling all this time. Why were you upset when you saw him? Don't worry about it. Now then, I believe greetings are in order. Good day, Chaldeans. Look at the map. I'll do it after this. I'm the amazing Merlin the Great. I've actually been freed for some time now, ever since Morgan was killed and her garden disappeared. Sorry for getting here so late. I need some extra time to get everything ready. Is that you, Katmalu? No fair, staying behind in Chaldea without me.
Sorry, Merlin. Merlin, that was just Senpai's full impression.
Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. How would you rate it? Is there a thing in Chaldea now? Who said that could be a thing? Oops, sorry about that. I'm still a little shaky. I'm not exaggerating when I say this feels like a waking dream for me. Oh, you are an incubus. Dreams are kind of your specialty. You see, I'm not actually there with you. What you're seeing right now is an illusion. That also means I can only hear your voices. I can't see what either you or Mash look like right now, Delivermet. So I'm afraid our joyful reunion will have to wait a little longer. But don't worry, I'll get to see your grown-up faces in just a few hours. We're still minors. I'll be waiting for you at the entrance to Avalon, making sure I look nice and respectable. Oh, okay.
Merlin, you're Merlin.
That's me. Is that the child of prophecy speaking? Sorry to surprise you like this. I know we have a lot to catch up on, but I'm afraid our private conversation will have to wait until things are somewhat less intense. Let's see. I believe Mr. Godolph is Chaldea's current commander, yes? Is he there now too? Yes, I am. This is Godolph Music speaking. So, you're Merlin, are you? I won't bother asking why you're just showing up now. You're Vida, we have more pressing matters than you barging in. What I want to know is what you mean when you said there's still hope. Nice. You pack a lot of bluster into that voice. It seems you're pretty much the exact opposite of the prior acting commander. But I digress. When I said there's still hope, I mean there's still a way to stop this collapse. Let me cut to the chase. I'd like you to send the Fairy of Paradise back here right away. Artoria, you've been hearing Avalon calling you ever since you've finished ringing the bells, right? It's time for you to fulfill your duty as the Fairy of Paradise. Once you have, it will be possible to erase the singularity and defeat Cerny. There's a way to fix this?
But I'm not qualified to.
Qualifications, schmalifications. None of that matters. Cerny's curse will weaken the Fairy of Paradise, who rang the bells of pilgrimage returns to... Wait. Cerny's curse will weaken once the Fairy of Paradise, who rang the bells of pilgrimage, returns to Paradise. I see. Won't get rid of it entirely, but it will stop it from getting stronger. The God of Wisdom, who pawned this power off on me, confirmed as much. He might be from a different mythology, but he knows what he's talking about here. Isn't that right, Ambrosius? My job is to get Artoria to Paradise, by hook or by crook. Ambrosius. As long as she's rung the bells of pilgrimage, it doesn't even matter if she's still alive. Interesting.
Right, of course. I should have known that's how this would go.
Artoria, why aren't you upset at him?
So, I've actually kind of known about it all along. I could see why Grimmer was here the whole time too.
That's expressly for the worst case scenario, Grimmer. We're nowhere near that point now. She's in the best possible condition right now. I can't see it, but I can sense it. I've no doubt that the Fairy of Paradise, the Avalon Fae, will fulfill her duty of her own volition. Even if someone convinces her this is ridiculous. And we should all just give up and enjoy the time we have left. Besides, y'all have no choice but to come to Avalon. There's a spirit cavern that leads to the planet's inner sea from the corpse of Albion, the Buddha dragon that sank into the dark bog. Now Britain has begun to collapse. That path should be open again. All we need to do is go spelunking for 1 hour. That said, we're still talking about the largest holy ground in the Magic world. It won't let just anyone in.
Pursuit open for the Livermet is the representative of humanity. Mesh is the Knight of the Round Table. And the Fairy of Paradise. The Fairy of Paradise, and I guess there's room for her attendant, Muramasa as well. The rest of you will have to wait there until they get back.
Cool. Well, Gordolf, what would you have us do? What else can we possibly do, Captain? Set a course for the Dark Bog at once. This is in the Lake District, right? Do you know the coordinates, Technical Advisor?
Sure do. That part won't be a problem. But apparently, the only ones who can enter this spirit cavern are the 4 Merlin specified. That's not a lot of fighters for a ship as potentially dangerous as this. And that's not even mentioning how much I wanted to see this for myself. But it looks like we have no other choice but to send them off and trust things will work out. Are you ready to go, Delivermet?
Yeah, you good, Artoria?
I think I'll be fine. Besides, I just end up fighting with Grimmer if I said no. And you know, thinking about it some more, I'm actually kind of excited. This will basically be my first time visiting home.
I guess so. Understood. I'll update our strategy to include Merlin's instructions. Delivermet, Mesh, Artoria, Senji Muramasa. You 4 will make your way through the Spirit Cavern and head for the planet's inner sea, the paradise of Avalon. What was the line in the prophecy about home? Like one of the last lines in the prophecy talking about Artoria's home? The storm border will remain on station above the Lake District. Captain, like something about like leaving her home or something. Captain Nemo and Da Vinci will focus on piloting the border. If anything should try to attack us, Grimmer and I will fend them off. Wait, please. This is all new and unfamiliar to me, so I doubt I'll be of much help. But Britain is my home. It's only right that I should take part in any battles we might face.
Huh? Absolutely not. If anything, you should be resting right now. You're in no shape to be fighting anymore, right?
Well, he has one more in him.
Your only job is to get the treatment you need and recuperate until you're back to your old self. That's an order from the Child Prophecy. Got it? If you even think about defying me on this, I'll completely abandon my duty. Is that clear?
Unk's not out yet. Yep, he's got one more in him. Yeah, Shadow Prophecy. I'll follow your orders. I have to say though, I never thought I'd see the day you got seriously mad at me. You've always been one to keep your feelings in check and not make a fuss. I know what you mean, man.
You think? I thought I'd always been pretty open and forthcoming about with my feelings personally.
And sure, whatever. Whenever you're just turning your brain off and doing something stupid, the rest of the time, you pretend to be a big old nervous Nelly.
What do you mean? I've never done anything stupid. And what's a nervous Nelly anyway, Muramasa?
Let me see the map. Oh shit, this guy's here. Look at him. The freaking Colossal Titan. Okay.
Like we discussed earlier, we'll be standing by in the storm border in the Lake District airspace. We expect the operation to take about 3 hours. That's all the time Britain has left. We have no way of knowing what will happen in the Spirit Cavern. So please, try to be as careful as you possibly can, Delivermet.
Got it. Entering the Spirit Cavern inside Albion now. This will probably be the last arrow for today as well. So, just a heads up.
That
Depending on how fast this one is, though.
felt different for the water mirror that sent me to the past in Norwich. Does this mean we're inside Albion's Spirit Cavern now? Can we still contact Caldia? No, we can't. We're cut off now, just as the Vigi predicted. Gathering coordinate data now. 10, 20, 40, 80, 80? Master, you're not going to believe this, but it looks like we're 80 kilometers below ground now.
Damn, okay. Damn, that's even deeper than the pit. A lot deeper. Are we even sure this is underground? It would be perfect to end here? I see, Zeno, you have ideas. Okay. It's completely pitch dark, and it doesn't even feel like I'm standing on anything.
You're not wrong. This world is on a whole other layer. Another dimension, to put it simply. You were just able to bypass all the ground in the way thanks to Albion. But we warned that it goes much deeper. In proper human history, the 80-kilometer mark is where Albion gave up the ghost. But in this Lostbelt, Albion managed to make a route all the way to Avalon. Unfortunately, the path wasn't wide enough for Albion to get through, so they still died on the surface.
You mean there's a spirit cavern like this in proper human history too?
That's right. Though over there, it's known as the Spiritual Tomb.
Oh, that's below the clock tower, right?
In proper human history, the Spiritual Tomb of Albion ends at the 80-kilometer mark. Beyond that is a world unknown as the Fae Era, which no human can enter. But since the British Lostbelt is all this world's fairy... But since the British Lostbelt is all this world's fairy realm, there are no such restrictions here. So we can keep going down as far as we like. In real world distance, you're starting at the 400-kilometer mark and going further down to the Beyond D layer, 2700 kilometers away. Sure, that's where you'll find your destination, the planet's inner sea.
Wait, so we're 80 kilometers below ground now, and our destination is 27 kilometers below ground. How the hell can we cover that kind of distance?
It's simple, you take a shortcut. When I said it'd take an hour, I wasn't basing that on how fast you travel. I mean that's how long it take. Period. Okay? I'll use a series of transit time reduction spells to bring you all to your destination.
Fast travel, baby!
Anyway, this must be pretty dull for you. How about we turn on the lights?
Ooh, the mural! Whoa, it's a cave now! Yo! Why? So yeah, you can see the dragon here.
So, what'd you think? Doesn't this feel more like a cavern? Now, go on, keep moving. The transit time reduction I mentioned is kicking in with every step you take.
He's LARPing? Yeah.
This place is Earth's memory.
It's his fursuit.
Well, more like a space made of pure information, really. The idea is to skip past all the vague, hazy memories and get you straight to your destination. That should be a huge help, but, is that Merlin?
Third time she's asked. So finally showing us what you really look like.
Something wrong. Oh, I see. Shocked down by my true glory. I get it. Very well then. Keep your praise upon me. You can even worship me if you like, Muramasa. It's been a long time since I've shown up, after all. I need to leave as strong an impression as possible, given the short time I have.
Well, I'm not gonna be the one to tell him. This is hilarious.
Good point. You probably shouldn't pry too deeply into this. More importantly, Senpai, that mural over there.
The Abyssal Worm? Yep.
Oh, are you seeing the priestess's memories projected there? Perfect. I'll take the hour you'll be traveling to tell you how this all began.
Yes!
This is the story of the British Lostbelt's genesis, and of what precisely the Ferry of Paradise mission entails.
Yes! Let's go!
It became ocean at the end. There was ocean at the beginning. After the shooting star passed, the land all ran into rivers. Long, long ago, as far as time can go, 6 fairies went outside to find the world had become an ocean. This is awful, they thought. How terrible our world has become.
Then a large shadow rose up from the ocean. It belonged to a giant fluffy creature. On its shoulders stood one of the animals that fairies believed was gone. Human. The 6 fairies and the gods soon became friends. It wasn't easy living on the ocean. There was nowhere to go and nothing to do. But the god made things better for the 6 fairies by sheltering them from the waves. The ocean without waves is nice, but we still miss having land. So the 6 fairies offer the god their joy. And they offer the god their wish. Then they offer the god himself. And so, the fairy's wish was granted. Then, after their rejoicing ended, they tricked the god into drinking poisoned wine, and he died. Okay. Very much a loop here. It seems to be a bit of a pattern here. And so, the fairies acquired the god's body. They made the body into land on which they could live. They were grateful too, but to be able to make use of the crying, screaming animal that god left behind. Ew. She was their only human, but one simply wasn't enough. So being very careful not to kill her, they cut her to pieces. Okay. They cast a spell on her to make sure she wouldn't die, no matter what they did, and used every last piece of her. Thus did the Isle of Britain come into being. Thus did the great mistake begin. May the first 6 fairies find salvation. May the first 6 fairies be cursed for all time. Yeah. That sounds about right. That sounds about par for the course. There you have it. You may have heard it before. There's the story of Britain's creation. Any questions? That's not how I remember it. Indeed, the first 6 fairies, the progenitors of the 6 clans, killed Cerny. The pit you saw on the surface is Cerny's grave, and the curse spilling out of it, even as we speak, is his rage.
But why would the fairies do such a thing?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they killed... Oh, let's see. He was in their way. This all happened 14,000 years ago. When the 6 fairies came out from paradise and onto the surface, Earth was already covered in a sea of nothingness. The one who ended up helping the 6 stranded fairies was a Celtic beast god who had come up to the surface just like they had. A god who would later come to be known as Cerny. Cerny and his priestess, the lone woman who had managed to survive, just as the fairies said, both did their best to protect the fairies. At first, the fairies were grateful for their help. But the Sea of Nothingness never changed. No matter how much time passed, no land appeared. The fairies blamed Cerny for that. They thought he just wasn't strong enough. What's more, they didn't particularly like his priestess. She was constantly telling them to sort themselves out and consider the consequences of their action. Eventually, the fairies couldn't take it anymore and decided to deal with Cerny permanently. They figured that since they didn't have any land to stand on, they could find a substitute. And since Cerny was so big, they thought his body could serve just fine as a small body, a small island. But of course, Cerny was a god. They couldn't kill him easily, so they came up with a plan and held a festival. Yeah, I know that. I know. I know that the priestess was the first human who was used to be made into other humans. I remember it.
They told Cerny they were holding the festival in his honor, to worship him, and held a banquet with lots of wine. Cerny was delighted that he had been celebrated for being the fairies' first official god. He probably figured they were trying to change their thoughtless ways. And so, against his priestess' wishes, Cerny then attended the banquet and was poisoned to death when he drank their wine. Small body of land? Sure. And was poisoned to death when he drank their wine. Some rejoicing that turned out to be. What about the priestess? Well, I mean, the fairies used her as a foundation. No, the base ingredient for the humans that came later. Truth is, every human in the British Lostbelt is an inferior copy of the priestess who was killed during Britain's genesis.
Yep. Where did they get wine and poison from? Look, if Jesus could do it, so could they. They just took some of the water, some seawater, and turned it into wine.
At any rate, as I read, the 6 fairies went on to create their own stone and forest children and grow their clans. As time passed, they transformed more and more of Cerny's body into land. But after 100 years, things stopped going quite so well for the fairies. Their children kept dying, turning into fallen trees, adrift on the sea. New generations kept being born, so the number of fairies never decreased. And thanks to the humans who had been copied from the priestess's cells, Britain slowly developed into a civilization. With civilization came new societal rules. The fairies made new types of fairies, and their forests flourished like never before. But they also kept dying for no reason whatsoever. Eventually, the 6 progenitor fairies realized Cerny's rage was the cause. Even though Cerny's soul was gone, his body wasn't completely dead. In fact, his heart alone still burned with the fire they used to cremate him. Even in his death, Cerny's body continued to smolder with anger and curses.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That's about what I expected of the story of Cerny's body being the Isle of Britain, basically itself. The priestess being the original human.
He could very well have come back to life at any moment. The fairies were so shocked by this that they fled Cerny's body. Fortunately, this was right around the time their children's corpses were starting to form new ground. Fairy corpses are essentially made from the same stuff as the planet itself. The fallen trees became earth and stone and quickly filled in the sea, almost as if they were trying to cover up the fairies' sins. That's how this Lostbelt began. That's how this Isle of Britain uses fairy courses to grow and expand. After several thousand years, the fairies had acquired their very own Britain. But all the while, Cerny's body was still there. A divine grave that would let no ocean-flowing fallen tree near it. An indelible reminder of the fairies' sin, a reminder that rejected their corpses. Eventually, the fallen trees blocked off the ocean's water for good. Cerny's body was left behind at the bottom of the sea. That is the true nature of the pit. It's not actually a pit. It's the remains of a patch of dried up ocean.
That's cool. Like, it wouldn't even take corpses to fill in that gap there. That's cool.
An island made by killing a god. The fairies' original sin.
It wasn't just Cerny they killed, but the priestess who set them as well. No, she wasn't just killed. She was desecrated and used as a tool for these 14,000 years. No wonder Cerny is so pissed. I thought even killing every fairy in Britain would be enough to satisfy him. Although, why did he come to the surface anyway? Isn't it kind of narrow-minded to curse the whole damn world just because you got killed? Especially after you went out of your way to get involved with the fairies.
That's probably because Cerny was an envoy of paradise sent to reprimand the fairies.
Oh. An envoy of paradise.
That part was the whole reason he came here, to punish them. I don't think his heart was in it, though. Like this mural shows, Sternros was a very kind god by nature. But the fairies might have found him terrifying simply because he existed.
So his whole purpose in coming here was to reprimand the fairies. Does that mean the reason the world became a sea of nothingness is...
That's right. That's the point where this Lostbelt diverged from proper human history and its greatest mistake. You see, 14,000 years ago was the greatest turning point for all of humanity. Maybe you heard something about the planetary envoy that almost destroyed Earth's past ancient civilization back in Olympus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing, yeah.
Yes, we did. It's a white civilization destroying giant named Safar, who came from afar, who fell from a shooting star. Safar wiped out countless pantheons and almost destroyed every civilization on Earth. In the end, it was humans who managed to defeat it, not gods. I heard the envoy... I heard they did so, using divine constructs, weapons made in the planet's inner sea, meant to combat planetary threats. I also heard that the sacred sword Excalibur was the greatest such weapon, and that it was created in Britain. That's right, I just realized that nobody here has ever mentioned it.
No way! They haven't?
The very idea of a sacred sword just doesn't exist in this version of Britain. So that must mean...
They did have Erendite and Gatin here, right? Yeah. Those have to be fake. They're just borrowing their names from the round table of proper human history. Besides, Barghest's Galantine was her horn. Melisand's Erendite was just her crystallized magical energy. So yeah, it's pretty clear that no sacred sword has ever made it in this Britain.
That's right, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what happened as a result. In this what-if world, humanity never had the means to defeat Safar.
Makes sense.
That's why they were wiped out.
That's why, okay.
Safar destroyed all the planet's land masses and took them for itself, leaving only a sea of nothingness with a few aquatic life forms.
That's cool.
So why was the sacred sword never made? The reason for that is both exceedingly simple and unsurprising. Its creator slacked off. The Era, that is, the 6 fairies, who were supposed to forge it in the planet's inner sea, decided it would be okay to take a day off, just this once, and went off to have fun.
Ew. Ew.
It was only once they noticed something had gone wrong with the world and went up to the surface that they realized the consequences of their choices. But they figured there was no changing the past, and refused to accept that the world's destruction was their fault. So, Cerny, the one god who had taken shelter in paradise to keep his priestess safe,
I don't like that reason at all.
was sent to reprimand them, and make them atone for their sins. But then, the fairies killed Cerny and his priestess, the last surviving human. At that point, they could no longer return to the planet's inner sea. Only those free of sin may pass, meaning only fairies without sin can go to paradise. It's the same for all of Britain's fairies, as they all descended from the original 6. None of them can enter planet's inner sea, and so they continue to suffer on that island of sin to atone.
So that's how this Lostbelt came into being.
That's right. It all started with the sacred sword never being made. Eventually, fairies chosen from the planet's inner sea were sent to the surface to correct this mistake. The first one was Vivian. Ooh. And the second one was you, Caster.
Oh yeah, Vivian, Morgan, yeah.
Your mission is to have the 6 clans admit to their mistake and inherit the mystic needed to create the sacred sword. The bells of pilgrimage indicate that the clan heads have accepted their sins, and the fairy who rings all of them becomes the sacred sword itself. But as Morgan, Vivian refused to do that. After all, once the sacred sword was made, the very premise on which this Lostbelt has been built would cease to be. I'm sure you learned about this yourself when you rang the bell in Orkney, Caster. And in spite of that, you continued on your path, defeated Morgan, and now, you're here with the livery mat. You must have had to face down so many doubts to come this far. In fact, you may never be entirely free of them. But even so, you're still here, which is why I believe you have what it takes to see this through to the end. Anyway, I know there was a lot of talking, but we're almost at our destination now. The convictions of the last dragon are waiting up ahead to see if you're all qualified to proceed. Only those free of sin may pass. That sin doesn't refer to the original sin you're born with, or the sins you've committed in your life thus far. It refers to what you're about to do, and what your hearts are resolved to now. It's your reason for living, your principle for existence and prosperity. The way to the land of hope will only open for those who demonstrate true strength in these regards.
It's gone. Everything on the surface is gone. The sky, the sea, life, everything I've ever seen. My records will never again grow in number. I'll never again know new joys. You who choose the sacred sword's wielder. You who will chant the king's name. If you seek a new world, then leave all traces of the world behind. My name is I'm the last dragon, the one who chose to continue flying above the ground instead of returning to the inner sea. Oh. If you can overcome these tears, I'll offer my heart to the Forger of Stars. Oh, shit. I think this might be a boss fight. Shimosa Wheel. Oh, let's do this. You are my special. What does this do again? All special MP type. Don't mind if I do, baby. Against the Lancer?
You are my special.
The Goey option. Ikuzo, let's go. I'm so happy I got... You look awfully familiar. Increase attack or defense or critical hit for yourself when attacked. Also, you're so weak. Why do you have so little attack? Or HP, sorry. Also, I need to get into the habit of going a Starbomb CE with Skadi so that my turn 1 can already start critting, you know? I just never remember. Didn't crit that one either.
if you attack Van Gogh. Attack Van Gogh once. Nice, perfect. Perfect. Couldn't have done it better myself. Didn't get stunned? Bruh. The fuck is that? Can you get stunned? I need you to attack Van Gogh. Actually, it's not gonna be enough anyway. Nice. Okay, that's fine then. Does she care if you remove her thingies? Yes. She does. I'm not gonna remove them then. She gains attack up, right? Thank you. Goodbye. Nice knowing you, Albion. Sorry, Veg Dragon. What? All of my buffs went out? That did 0 damage. Well. Holy shit, you take 0 damage. What the fuck? I think, is that because, oh, it's because the quick up went out, right? Wow. Along with the other ones as well, but... Okay. Ah, I can hear the bells tolling. My heart may have stopped, but yours yet beats strong. Welcome home, Avalon the Fae. May the sound of hope echo into the future. Is that light from outside? That's right. That's the entrance to the planet's inner sea. This is the land of the young. The eternal spring. This is the place many life forms have dreamed of finding. Welcome to an Avalon whose time has come. This is where the journey of the planet's birth ends. That's it. Perfect. Perfect. Ooh. Okay, look at Avalon. Looking fancy. Okay, this is gonna be tomorrow. The moment the planet is born. I mean, the OST though. Section 28 of 30.
The OC is going so hard. Mesh, I need you to Okay. Did I even do the dailies? Did I have enough battles to do the dailies? I did. Shh. Okay, that's it. That is it. Avalon Peachy. Yeah. Looking good, Avalon. Looking good. The fairies forgot to make Excalibur because they were bopping to this OST. Yeah, I don't know about that reasoning, but that's fine. The divergence basically being that Excalibur wasn't made because they were partying. It ended up being 4. It's fine. I know that the next 2 sections are going to be extremely long. Because this one is 7 arrows and I think the next one is 9 arrows. I don't think we can do it in the next stream, all of it at once. I think it might be tough. I mean, it's definitely at most 2 streams, but I don't think we can do it all in one stream. 3 sections. Like these 3 sections right now that we had today, was it 3? 27, 26, 25. Yeah, today's 3 sections were really short. So I'm guessing these ones are going to be really long. I know, as I said, this one is 7 arrows, the next one is 9 arrows, I think. So arrow-wise, they're long. I don't know how long the arrows themselves are actually going to end up being, because that's the important part, right? And how long the bosses are going to end up being. 2 streams is perfect. I'm thinking if it's possible to do it in one. But probably not. I feel like 1 stream... Yeah, I guess it's gonna be 2 streams. And then we can actually do Valentine's this week, as opposed to next week. 2's perfect? Okay. Sure. Next stream we do basically this section, and if we still have some time left over, maybe a few of the arrows of the next section as well. And then on the final stream we do the next section plus, well, the next 2 sections basically, the last 2 sections, right? If you have to skip the next stream, you'll be the same as the 6 fairies. True. True. Facts. Basically, this stream is basically as important to the planet as Excalibur. Surely. Yeah. Okay. Then we're gonna be streaming tomorrow to finish this. Oh, let me shout it out again as at the beginning of the stream for anyone who joined in the meantime. On Discord, there's basically a bit of an event going on. If you join the Discord and you've been in this stream today, if you just type something in the Discord and say that you've been in the stream, you can get like a special rank that Xeno's handing out to everyone. Kind of like a commemorative rank for LB6, and we're also making an emote for it. So Discord is on the description for anyone. But yeah. So yeah, stream tomorrow, finishing Section 28, we're gonna see how the battles are gonna end up being. I have no idea what to expect with boss battles because, wait, let me see. I'll do this, Zeno, I'll do it after the stream. Oh, they look sick though. I'll tell you after the stream, Zeno. Those look sick. The moment the planet is born. Yeah, anyways. I don't know what the boss fights is gonna be because my list of boss fights is no longer a list where I can see when every single boss fight is gonna end up being, because people said that it might spoil me a bit too much. So that's why I can no longer see when a boss fight is coming until the actual arrow happens. So I don't know how many or how tough the boss fights are gonna end up being in the final 3 sections. I guess we'll find out as we play it, right? It's gonna depend heavily on that as well, how many streams it's gonna take and how long it's gonna take. But as I said, 2 streams at most. I feel like it should be easy to do it in 2 streams. I'm not gonna commit to it in the next stream. I'm gonna commit to it on most likely Wednesday stream. I feel like that sounds pretty good. Wednesday stream is gonna be a late one, as always. The Wednesday streams are pretty late, but it should be so fine. We can just, you know, extend it into the night a bit. It's gonna be the same as I think part 2 stream was also a late one. I think we can just extend it a bit into the night if need be. So yeah. Anyways, let me wrap it up here. And 1 YOLO multi on Medusa. Nope. That banner is going away, I believe, today. Oh, the OSC is gone. I am not doing any YOLOs tomorrow. But yeah, we're approaching the banners that we actually want to roll for, you know, slowly but surely. So we need to save up. I'm broke. I am broke. Yeah. Anyways, see you guys in tomorrow's stream where we explore Avalon and shit and see what the fuck Merlin's talking about. So then that one, we're gonna do that in the final stream. Yeah, true. Did you see the trailer from Artoria? I've been avoiding it because I don't want to get spoiled on anything. I've seen like a few stills from it, but I've been avoiding the actual trailer. Yeah, anyways. See you guys in tomorrow's stream. Bye.